you ready? Countdown, Taylor.
Okay. Jesus Christ, Will. I should have known you had done that.
Yes.
Greatest sound effect ever.
Hello and welcome to CoreCast episode 6, I believe, right? We're
Yeah.
on 6? Okay. Streaming from YHack. Wow.
YHack.
Streaming live from YHack. I'm tired. It's day 2.
And we're not streaming it.
We're not streaming. We're recording.
Recording it live. We're recording it
that
live.
was a train wreck. Wow. That was... Alright, wow. That was worse.
Well, we have the pre-show as well.
We do have the pre-show, yeah. We did record that. Alright. I'm Taylor, joined here by Gabe.
Yep. Again, as always.
And 2 guests.
Hi, I'm Austin.
Hi, I'm Will.
Alright, Austin and Will are, unlike our previous guests, not Core members, but they're good friends of ours, and no one else from Core is here, so cheers, I guess. Right, Gabe?
Yeah, cheers.
Anyway, oh my god, the Adobe Corporation will be on campus.
Oh, really?
To all juniors and senior CS majors.
I applied to them and they never got back to me.
Adobe?
Yeah. Eileen Head just sent me an update.
I'm an image processing prodigy.
He is, really.
That's a lie.
I saw his DCT transformation.
Good work on
It
the
worked.
Adobe Flash team.
No.
It's a good team to work on.
Yeah, oh, Adobe Flash. Alright,
It'll
so
be just you.
I guess this is going to be a little bit of a weird informal episode.
Yes. Well, there's going to be probably jumps in there because as soon as they come on the speaker, we're just going to have to all pause for a
Yeah.
second and just wait for them to stop.
We're in like a big...
Yeah, why don't you
stadium.
describe where we are
We're
right
in like
now?
a big gymnasium. I guess
We're
this
at, we're
must
at
be-
Yale.
Oh yeah, there's basketball hoops up here.
In
so
New
like
Haven.
we're in Yale. That's what the Y stands for. In
There's like
YHack.
approximately 1,500 people here too.
Around that.
I mean, the weird thing is there's no seats, other than what we're sitting on. Like, once they remove all these, there's like 5 benches on the wall, and that's like
Yeah,
it.
that's right. I didn't even think
Like,
about that.
this is just practice gymnasium, I
It's
guess.
definitely not a performance area.
That is strange.
it's court
Maybe for
three.
official
gymnastics.
Okay.
So this, all right. So this might be gym class from.
Gym class?
Anyway, there's a man,
There's
multiple
a man.
people on a speaker system that are blasting their voices, echoing through this room. So
Yes.
if
Also,
you hear any
like-
cuts, that's probably because they came on and just started screaming about
There's
the next
also, like,
TikTok.
yelling going on.
Yeah.
For no reason. Someone made an app where you have to yell.
Yeah, well, that was a little earlier.
Pretty brilliant.
Yeah, it converts your yelling into text. And then text it to people. Probably.
It's gonna be Morse code yelling.
Oh my god, yeah, that's probably it. It's probably because they have the yelling API.
The yelling API?
Yeah, the voice API.
By
people.
nuance.
I
mean, you
nuance.
could just
the
do it
French
based
people
on, like,
that
a
thought I was going to
threshold.
blow something up.
Or yell. You have to yell.
That's probably a good
I
title,
like
too.
that. Tell them about it. That's a good idea.
That was
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
Yale hacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Gabe, do we want to talk about our hack?
I don't want to be rude.
No. There is
So-
an API we were working with that we were initially hopeful with.
Yeah, initially hopeful.
We are no longer hopeful.
It's called Fiscal Note.
there
Too bad.
Will doesn't care.
I actually don't really care either.
Um,
The thing is, like, look, if you're gonna allow people to use something that's public, you
It's
need
not
to
gonna be
vet it
public.
first.
The thing is, it's not public. It's
But
only
it's like-
available for us this weekend.
That's
with
public
these
to us.
APIs.
That 1,500 people, and you don't have to sign up for it, so they don't know who's doing what.
Right.
We could have put the keys on Reddit.
Well, you can't access them after this weekend. It's birds.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Plus, like,
we
you
said,
can't access it during the weekend anyway, so...
I mean, we can access it. It's just not very good.
Works about half the time.
Yeah. Well, they're just pulling back so much information. It's just whatever.
What they need to do
servers
is
are
just get
dedicating.
someone to redesign the actual data model, and then, like, it would work fine. But, like, of course, when you run a query that joins 5 tables, like, it's gonna be slow.
When he was
In
talking to me
Mongo.
about it, he made it sound like really cool, and then when you get in, you actually use it. It's not
Well,
what it
that's
sounds
his
like.
job, though. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a programmer or an HR person. but like either way, they're gonna make it sound.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, programmers are a
Bloomberg
little
sounds
bit.
like a cool place to work, but really they just whip us all day.
Honestly, the programmers that I meet that attend these booths, because usually with the companies here, there's either HR people or programmers. The programmers are usually very down to earth, and when something's broken, they will tell you that it's broken. Like they'll
Yeah.
tell you it's like honestly
They
it
don't really
doesn't work
care.
really very well. It's kind of bad. Whereas the HR people just like say things because they don't know.
Right.
Yeah. You
They
can really
try to
tell by
represent.
just talking to them.
Yeah.
Because they'll just use pseudo tech words. Oh yeah, it's a really good API. It does lots of stuff, you know. It's cool, you should try it out. Take my flyer. That's it.
Take my flyer.
And the tech people, you can actually get into interesting talks about it. Like
Because they're just like
languages.
normal people, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
nuance guys were pretty cool.
Yeah, the nuance guys were cracking jokes with me,
Yeah, Python jokes.
Yeah.
Of all things.
which was great because I've not seen any Python. Like they use the term Pythonista, which is like a secret term that I'm kind of ashamed as a Python person.
Pythonista.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to use that term.
What is
Sound like you
Pythonista?
work at
A
Starbucks.
Pythonista is just like a person who programs in Python.
Okay.
A fashionista.
Yeah,
Ah,
like
okay.
Rubyist is a term, and like Gopher is someone who programs in Go. Actually, the term for someone who programs in Go is Google employee, but
That's true.
it's not true actually. But like not anymore with like Docker and stuff. Go is actually being used by people, but that was an old joke that I guess is going away now. Oh well.
Go has a lot of cool features.
I've used it before. The design philosophy of it seems really confusing. I like it because it feels like C++ and Python, which are those are my two favorite languages. But the design is just really good. Like Go doesn't have like the go-to thing for picking on Go is that it doesn't have generics like at all.
Really?
No, you can't template
What?
anything. You have to write everything. Like if you want a function that takes an int and a double, you have to write that function twice.
Does Python have generics?
Well, Python doesn't have typing, so you can do whatever you want. Ints and
But it does
doubles.
have types.
Well, it does.
Like it's
but
not JavaScript.
It's dynamic typing. So like if I want to create a container for ints and strings, well then it's not going to enforce the types of the ints or the strings on it. It won't do that because that's not how that language works. For instance, a static typed language, you know, for like C++, you have vector. You can have a vector of ints or a vector of strings. Like you have to have all of that type in that container because the compiler enforces it. But Python won't because it doesn't have a compiler to enforce it.
Yeah, because it's compiled when it actually runs.
Right. It's like that's what it
Interpreted,
does. Yeah. So you can't have like an abstract container that contains generic types. It can contain anything because there's no types. I mean, there are types, but like it's dynamically typed. It's,
Leveling off a Pebble Steel and also an NVIDIA GeForce 770.
Moving up in the world there.
Going from the 660 to the 770.
$400. Yeah, that's a weird thing we've been observing over these speakers is that they've been
Jenga!
they've been raffling off of these really strange prizes. Like usually at
Like some
hackathons,
guy
it's-
brought his computer and realized he couldn't bring it home, and so he was like, anyone want 16 gigs of RAM?
yeah, no. There was an announcement like we were raffling off at this Microsoft talk 16 gigs of DDR RAM,
Yes.
and I've never seen that before. So
Cool, I'm gonna use this 660 to do something.
yeah, they've been giving out NVIDIA chips.
It's really not even helpful unless if you have like a PC that you're building currently or you plan on building one really, really soon.
Yeah, I can't put 16 gigs of DDR RAM in my laptop. There's no
and it has
room
to
for
match
it.
too.
Yeah.
You can't just put like any RAM that you want in any slot.
I mean, I plan on going to hackathons and just collecting components from them and building my computer. So
There you go.
Yeah, today we're giving out new Cooler Master cases. It's like, yeah, if you miss one hackathon, you're done. You won't have that piece, and you'll be like, well, no CPU cooler for me.
But my water cooling,
Put a bottle of water on top of it.
that's it. It's water cooled.
Yeah.
How about that Soylent though?
Oh.
Well, you'll hear about it in the pre-show.
Yes, that's true.
Or actually, we can just cut to it right now.
All right, so pre-CoreCast show, before we begin, we had just had a fantastic talk by, was it James Whitaker at Microsoft?
I don't even know what it smells like.
Pretty sure he's Steve Ballmer.
He might be Steve Ballmer.
Reincarnated.
He's the new
He might
Steve
be.
Ballmer.
He might be the new Steve Ballmer.
He's probably older than Steve.
So we're here at YHack this week, and we are
Fantastic.
We're filming. Yeah, we are filming. They gave out these Soylent things, which is like, I don't know. It's people. It's people. So we have these shot glasses, and
What is it? Is it white?
yeah, it's like a creamy white thing. We're gonna drink this. We've never done it before.
Close this.
Oops. I almost spilled it. Gotta close it. This should be interesting. We are recording a video because I kind of want to see our physical reactions to this. It'll be
ready?
interesting. Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
interesting.
birthday cake.
No.
You lied to me.
I don't know how I
earlier.
feel about this.
I have a feeling. I have an exact feeling about that.
I don't know what it tastes like.
That's soy, and
Trying
like
to find what it.
kind of like sawdust, maybe.
yeah, like a sawdust consistency. I remember there's these for people that have to eat gluten free. There's these type of you can make instead of using like regular wheat, you can use buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of buckwheat a little bit, but it's also got soy in it, so it's like
I mean, it's like
soy buckwheat.
it's smoother than I thought it would be.
I thought it would be creamier.
Kind of. Now it tastes like there's a little bit of chalk in my mouth.
Yeah, it tastes like the chalk.
As an aftertaste. That's
Well, you
interesting.
can only get so like the thing does like we did shake it, but like it still does.
I shook it.
I shook it a lot.
This is 400 calories.
Yeah,
Yeah. These things you can live off. Like actually.
I'm sure.
There's a Soylent
They literally
diet.
have everything that you need.
You have one
But
of
why
these-
would you drink this? I don't know.
I like how there's like nothing on it except right here.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, just the Soylent logo. There's actually a wrapper on it that takes up the entire thing, but there's only the Soylent logo.
Really.
Yeah, like the entire thing's wrapped.
You sure?
You're gonna have
In
more.
like plastic.
Oh yeah, it is.
I'm going for another one because with these things, I always try twice because I feel like I adjust to it after the first time.
It tastes like something that I know, but
You're right. I mean, I feel like I
can't
know
really
it
figure
too.
out.
I immediately spilled in my shot glass. It's like,
Yeah, I don't.
we need like
I
a
guess
napkin.
I wouldn't. I don't have a napkin.
I guess it's not as repulsive as
It's not that
The
bad.
second time is not so
It's not.
awful.
It's not disgusting, but it like doesn't really taste like anything good.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
doesn't
kind
taste
of
like
like.
I'm getting a meal, which it's supposed to be doing.
I still can't place what it tastes like. It's like chalky is definitely a good representation.
Maybe
of
if it
the
was cold, I could
flavor.
probably like drink more. But if you like if you took it and put like a vanilla like drop of vanilla, like a little
Sugar.
taste.
a little flavor.
Yeah, just like you know when you have you take milk and you put like one of those strawberry like scoops and it's like strawberry milk. She always does that. But like if you know that kind of thing, if you put like just a little flavor to like mask it, I think you'd be fine.
Really? Well, too bad there isn't like a container of vanilla here.
Like I definitely could drink this, but I wouldn't feel like it was a meal. I need like solid food.
It would not be the first thing I jump to.
That one, the
face
third
was
one
just
was
like,
hard there. I just know, like, as soon as I'm done with it, we're gonna drink the whole thing.
Yeah.
I guess we have to.
I mean, I'm
We
going
opened it.
to at this point. Like, it's not repulsive enough for me to like throw it away. And food is on
We're gonna
delay.
do one shot at a time the entire
Yeah, one
thing.
shot at a time.
I feel like I'd be better off just drinking it. Maybe some ice. If I had some ice, maybe.
This is going to be the only use I have for the shot glass, so might as
It's
well.
kind of like
might as
orange
well
juice.
use it. Orange juice?
Yeah. Like, not in taste, but in, like, texture.
I guess.
Just not as sweet. Definitely not as sweet.
Yeah.
You okay?
It's about as
Yeah,
liquidy
fine.
as orange juice,
Yeah.
but it's got that taste which I can't
It's like,
place.
I know what it tastes like, but I still have to psych myself up to do it.
We're going in for another one. Throwing it all back.
It would be really weird to replace all your meals with.
Yeah, like you have every
be hard.
meal. Maybe like a dinner.
I don't know.
I feel like I'd need
I'm
more
starting to
sugar.
regret
Maybe
this.
just lunch. If I replace just lunch with it.
No, I couldn't ever
This
do this.
is for our sponsors. We'll be starting company pitches at 9 p.m. and our API talks will be pushed back, but you'll still get the same amount of time. We're just pushing back.
Thanks, I guess.
Thank you. YHack.
Whatever.
Wow.
I don't. I'm just gonna.
It's getting worse. I don't know.
Well, it's filling. That's the
It
problem.
is filling, but it's not good. I would never replace a meal with this. I would never jump for this.
I don't even know how many I've had now. I've lost count. I think the first,
I almost have it.
shot was the easiest for me. I think.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of excited. to see
Yeah, I
what it
was like,
tastes
you know what? Maybe
Now
it's
it's
Let's
like-
just throw it back and just like, oh, now I know what
now
I'm
it's
expecting.
it's almost too much liquid to like. I'm not. I was thirsty too. I was very thirsty. But now
I'm still
not.
thirsty.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
not very satisfying.
Yeah.
You'd have to like this and just like drink tons of water.
It's like liquid food.
well, this is
That
why.
is what it is.
You know, like the reason like you can eat this is because like you drink it and you're like, oh, this is disgusting. Let me drink some water, and then the water fills you up because you slowly just drink water, and then like you're
It
full.
tricks you into
Genius.
drinking water.
Yeah, and then it's just full of like.
How much is a bottle of one of these?
It's actually fairly expensive.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So
Yeah, it doesn't work at all. It's not plugged in. Sorry.
Plug it into itself and then it'll power itself.
no way.
It's real.
I can't do it anymore. I have to finish
Kind of
this.
tastes like cereal.
A
got like a
little.
cereal-y
It's got a
taste.
cereal-y taste. You're right. It's got like soggy Cheerio taste. It's something like, it's definitely soy milk
Yeah.
with wheat.
Yeah. So yeah. I would say that. I would agree.
That's what it tastes like. Some combination of that. I don't even know what's in it. I know the soy, obviously.
Yeah, I'm glad they
but,
don't
like,
put the ingredients on it, because then we would. You know what? I can just Google it.
Google it.
It's actually a very
Bing it.
complicated one.
Soy with.
Imagine if they just blocked Bing.
Oh, I'm not on the
Google.com
internet.
And did only Bing.
That would be fantastic.
The ultimate Microsoft hackathon.
I know.
They force us to use their products.
I can't get on the internet.
I'm gonna need some snacks. I'm gonna have to go up to that table. Maybe get an apple or something. Yeah, I know. He's got some.
I can't get on the internet to look it up.
Alright. Let me Google it on Bing.
Let me Google it on Bing.
It's
Jesus.
just not good.
I mean, like,
It only gets worse.
why would you, like, the only reason this exists is because people don't have enough time to cook and eat food in San Francisco.
Yes,
Like,
but you can just buy food that's already pre-made.
but it's too much effort.
You can literally have it delivered to.
I
Like,
have
your
to sit
chair.
down
That's
and
true. You
eat
could
food.
have that blue something?
Yeah.
Blue apron.
They like literally bring
But
you
I have to
restaurant
sit down
food.
and eat food
Yeah, it's
to
true.
do that. This, I just have to hold one hand and throw back.
And like
Alright.
cringe, and then like, oh, here we go.
So in here, they have maltodextrin, rice protein. So not
That's
even
rice.
rice.
That's it.
Got oat flour,
Yep.
vitamin and mineral blend, which is a shit ton of vitamins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here.
Is this that's one
Potassium,
serving?
Calcium.
Calcium. That makes sense.
Well, let's see. A third of a pouch of Soylent is 510 calories, and we're eating a 400 calorie one.
Yeah, so it's a little bit less than that.
Yep.
Well, we're not gonna have any Wi-Fi this entire event.
That would be hilarious. It'd be like Hack DFW all over again. Terrible. What else? You have 38 grams of
Now
protein
you're just drinking it. 38 grams in this?
in the 510 calorie one.
Yeah, which is like, okay, so let's say 30, 35.
It's a lot, right?
That is a lot. That's like a steak.
Really?
I don't know.
I can't. I have like so little left.
These Ritz bits have 3 grams of protein. 4
Yeah,
grams
we
of sugar.
can plug that in somehow. Where's our powers?
But if you look at this thing, the daily values are 33% on the dot for
Well, it makes
basically
sense.
all of
Power
them.
strip go?
What?
It's
No
down
one
there.
knows. It's underneath the table.
It's way down there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put that underneath the
sad.
table.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, put the power strip underneath the table. We'll run it down. Put the power strip under the table. We'll run it down.
Yeah.
Please.
Those.
Okay.
Get 9 grams of fiber.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A lot of fiber. Get some of that potassium. But not a whole lot of fat. It's strange.
It's like every time I think I'm not gonna be able to finish it. I take the shot and I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm swallowing this. And then I'm like, it's not too bad, I guess. I
Keep going back.
Yeah.
Drink a little more.
I guess once you get used to it, you're just like, oh, I guess I'll just drink it, and then you just drink it in like 10 seconds.
Right. It sort of makes sense because
It's probably more filling in the beginning because you're drinking it so
not
slowly.
used to it. And I guess it sort of makes sense. If you have a morning commute and you make yourself a bottle, you just drink it on the train on the way in,
Yeah.
and then you drink the other serving, I guess, at work. And when you get home, you just drink some more, and then you're good. You
But,
don't
like-
have to make any food.
That's true, but like
don't have to stop it.
my work has food
That's
for
true.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, yeah.
So like it's like I don't have to cook. I just have to like go to the. I have to take the elevator and then like take the food and
much
put it in my mouth. Plus, like you're not chewing this, right? So like, what about like my muscles, my masticulars?
It's gonna go away. Just this is awful.
Just atrophy. Well, I guess talking kind of helps a little bit, but
Yeah. I mean, what happens if you just have no teeth? You just have Soylent all the time. You're
I
fine.
guess so. When I have my
As long as I don't have to taste it, I guess it's all right.
no, you're gonna taste every second.
That's hell.
I loved how the guy had, I forget which one, he was just casually drinking the Soylent like it was nothing.
He probably just does it.
Yeah.
He's probably a normal Soylent guy.
Also, they're all French, which is really strange.
Oh, the nuance guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was having
interesting.
trouble understanding some of their accents. They cracked a joke at me and they looked dead serious, and I was really confused. I thought they were making a joke, but I couldn't hear what they were saying.
I get your
I
joke.
wasn't sure if his joke was like blow up, like hack the North blow up, and like I didn't want to okay, I don't know.
Well, MLH isn't here, so
Yeah, so we
we're
can't
fine.
say it.
We could talk about clocks.
Clocks.
Yeah, CPU clocks.
Yes, of course.
There you go.
And bombs, fork bombs.
Fork bombs.
Yes, that's what it is. Yes,
Of course, brilliant.
Oh my god.
I mean, what if someone just straight up went to a hackathon? Just like, oh, I built a simple
Then
bomb
it would
formula.
ruin hackathons for everyone. I think. Like
This is the last bit of it.
what? Jeez. Okay,
Wow.
I gotta hurry.
Catch up.
I'm trying to end this as soon as possible. I just want this to be over.
I have so much left. Oh my god. Ah!
Very, very strange feeling.
This is like this could be a drinking game where you like
It
it's
could
so
be, but
much
it's
worse than
painful.
alcohol. It's so much worse.
Yeah,
I would
like
prefer
every
this
time
was
you have
just
to
a
do
bu-
it, you
yeah.
just become more painful. Like it doesn't become more fun as you go
Yeah,
through
exactly.
it.
It's just like it's worse.
It just gets
Because at
worse
least with
and worse
drinking,
and
it's like okay, fine. Like I'm already drunk.
Right.
Oh god. I can't wait to be done so
I
I
have a
can
headache
drink.
now.
My ear just popped. I'm actually getting vitamins that I never get. We're
So
gonna
much
be
for
like,
taking just one shot and then being done.
Yeah, I know. Power through it.
Like I think we took a shot and then we took a second one and then we figured, oh, it's not so bad. We'll finish it.
Okay. I have like
we'll
half
just
of my left.
we'll just threw it back.
It's all done. All over. No mas.
I'm so sad, man. I drank all of that. 400 calories. What a waste. What a waste.
Yeah, I could have had a burger.
Strange.
I feel like I have to like.
I watched
clean
a
out
review
as
actually on,
possible.
I think, Vice.
Right,
And
the
I'm
guy
not-
who did it
yeah.
for
And he was saying one of the things he really missed out on was like eating with friends. Because like, but I guess the people who make it like don't have friends, so they don't have time to eat, and they don't have friends to eat with. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But like, I guess if you all sit around and eat Soylent together,
Yeah, but we're making fun of it. Like we all. I don't know. A scale of 1 to rarest Pepe. How would you rate this experience?
it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be.
yeah. That's
I was thinking it's either going to be really good or like disgusting, and it's neither. It's like in the middle. I would use it as like, I don't know, if I could flavor it, then like I might eat it for breakfast or something like that. Like a meal, because like a lot of times I wake up and I'm not hungry, but I should eat breakfast. So like maybe I do it for that. But I would like dinner? No way. I
And
want real food.
I would definitely wouldn't put this much in a bottle.
Well, this is like not
Maybe.
even a full serving.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a little bit more than this.
I would not even. I'd
About
take half of
500
this.
or so calories.
I would take half of this maybe. With flavoring.
Imagine it was flavored though. That's the difference. I could not eat this every day, especially in the morning when I'm like, nah,
You
I
have
don't
to
want
have
even food.
148 grams of this per serving. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then you're set for everything.
But you shouldn't have to. Enjoy food, people.
Like,
Enjoy
Yeah.
food. Food is good. We make
well, the
it
thing
for
is,
a
like,
reason.
some people don't enjoy food. Maybe, like for example,
They see it as a chore.
there's a couple people on court who don't like food, and so like maybe for them it'd be good. I know what's his name. Jackson tried Soylent for a long time, and he switched to making his own Soylent because he didn't like the taste of this. I think,
I agree.
and it was cheaper to make his own.
The formula is open source.
Really?
Yeah. They made a big deal out of that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Open source recipes.
They have a website and you can just go on Amazon and buy the ingredients and then mix it yourself. It's pretty cool.
I guess for them they're making money because they buy like a barrel worth of monosodium glutamate
Right.
or whatever. And
They may like own the the shipping for the ingredients as well.
What do you
They
mean?
like might have businesses that where like they'll get a profit if you
I don't know
buy.
if they do.
They might get
but-
referral bonuses. That kind of thing.
I don't know, horizontal integration. You just like buy up everything that.
Well, they don't have that kind of money yet.
It's still a startup.
Like during the Vice thing, they were just like sitting in a warehouse with like rats. It was kind of disgusting. Now that you finished yours, I still have to finish mine.
I still don't know why they call it Soylent.
because
It's-
it's people.
I
Yeah,
know.
but it's like the worst name for like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna make something that's edible, that's not really food, but like I want people to eat it.
yes.
You're not gonna call it Soylent.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be like, this is the best tasting steak you've ever heard. Like it's like, I don't even know.
Try my new energy drink, Flesh.
Yeah,
It's fleshy.
it's like it's not. I don't know. I don't know. Ah.
I guess people recognize the name at least.
That's true.
Yeah, you get like sort of, but it's like that. The problem is that they recognize the name and they know Soylent Green's people.
And I've never seen the movie, but
Me
Neither
neither.
than I. That's the only thing I know about Soylent is that Soylent Green
because
is
I
people.
went and looked it up, and realized, oh well, Soylent Green is people.
I would prefer if it was people. At least you get mere real meat.
There you
This
go.
is just like dust
Cannibals.
mixed with water.
Okay, we're announcing a team formation for people who don't have teams. Lonely Hearts out there. You can meet in the sponsor lounge, which is close to that green Y where Frank waving. There you go, Frank. That's where he is. He's also a Lonely Heart, so you should go find him if you're looking for a team. It's also the sponsorship lounge.
Way to put it in
The
a
way
really
to get up
sad
there,
way.
there are stairs. If you look towards the food area, there are stairs to the right, and people will be directing you there.
Over there.
So you can go up to the track and you can find the sponsorship lounge where the team formation event is happening right now.
There'd be so much audio to edit.
Well, we'll just have to cut out that bits, but So,
I'm still not done with mine.
oh, we can't leave a final review. Gabe, come on.
That's so disgusting.
I know. It gets worse as it goes down. I think I have a headache now.
It feels very strange. I feel it swashing around in my stomach. What is this?
Okay, I finished it.
Yay.
Yay or nay?
No,
No. Nah.
I'm gonna
Nay.
drink something right now.
I'm going to drink something else.
Here, take a snack.
Use your cousin.
I'll take a Ritz. Put it all away.
No,
Terrible.
It's no, it's
I
disgusting.
just did an entire bottle of soy.
How was it?
We all
Pretty
did a
gross.
bad time.
No,
I've
it's-
heard it was pretty
No, it's disgusting. It's
Like, not as gross as you might expect. But
no, it's actually like it's drinkable.
yeah.
Like you could get used to the taste if you.
That it?
Yeah.
If you were the military.
Doesn't smell too bad.
No,
No,
it smells
it's
really
not
nice.
that
No, it's
bad.
fine.
I mean,
The
you have
taste
some.
is bad.
If it would taste like Oreos, that's what I would suspect from the smell. Or vanilla.
If the thing is, if you put Oreos or vanilla in there, it could be palatable.
What if you were to put like 1 drop of vanilla extract and shake it up?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We couldn't test it. If only we could have, because it was disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's why I didn't want it.
Like, here's the thing. If you ship this out to the military, maybe they would get used to it.
It's more expensive than real food. That's
But
the
yeah, that's
problem.
the issue. It's like,
Yes.
Here's
One
the
meal
idea.
is like ridiculous.
If you buy real food, you have to prepare it, right? With this,
Yeah,
you
you
don't.
know,
time is
yeah,
money.
drink
Right,
it.
right.
Oh, you do have to prepare it. So what's this for?
You blend
it's
it.
a microphone.
It's on.
Yeah,
It's
we're
on right
recording
now.
right now.
Hello.
Hi, this is Austin.
Hi, this is Austin.
Yep.
Say
So,
hi, Austin.
are you guys like collecting the data from the sound of what's going on at a hackathon and using that to make something?
No, we're cutting all the sounds back out.
It's gonna be the worst to edit.
It's gonna be. I don't even know.
But
if
it'll
we're
be
gonna
on
hear anything.
YouTube eventually one day.
No,
Once
but
I
seriously,
fix
what are
it.
you using it for?
We're doing a
Podcast.
podcast.
Oh, okay.
This is actually the pre-show. We recorded video
Oh, cool.
for our reactions
what
of the Soylent thing.
Or I would be up
Stole
for.
our idea.
Google stole your idea a long time ago.
No, I know,
Google's
but we
on
were
it.
gonna have socks at our hackathon.
I think I
With our
would be
logos
willing to
dispersed like
try it
this.
again, given flavoring.
Given flavoring.
If I had just like concentrated like flavor and I could like drop 1 drop, shake it and try it, I'd be better off with that. I think if they could solve that, they could sell like flavors at Walmart or something, and you go get a case of like strawberry, get a case of vanilla.
Well, that's where the extra, or the different formulas come in.
Yeah.
So they have those online, and you could pick one.
Perhaps they're too hipster for like flavor, though.
Could be.
Oh. They gave us a shot glass last year too.
That's true.
I have now 2 shot glasses from now.
It's impressive.
One is blue, one is green.
Kind of hard
Wow.
to transport, though.
I can't hear you. No, I don't have internet.
Nobody has internet, I don't think.
What?
I think it's
The
a.
internet's like broken.
They probably ran out of IPs.
Yeah.
No joke. Might have.
But the 1,000 people in a room, that's exactly how this happens.
Probably. Oh, 255 is enough. Sure.
Everyone has multiple IP ads. Yeah, like everyone has multiple devices, and there's 1,000 people. Anyway, to conclude this glorious segment, I will now read you an
Well, then
excerpt.
You might want to get. Here, let's turn it around for you.
I'm going to send this to George YHack when I get back to campus. I'll mail order it to him. I will go to the mailing office, give it to them, and it will have an address. I'll tell them ship it out, ship it back.
Send it somewhere.
I found a segment earlier, and I hope I can find it again. It was interesting. Here it is. Okay.
Hey, YHack.
Hi.
Hello. Hey,
Yeah.
my name is Joshua Drew from Microsoft. I wanted to let you guys know that we're giving out Azure Cloud Passes. It's a $100 credit. So if you guys need any type of data storage, you guys heard of Parse, right? You heard of AWS, you heard of Heroku. Well, we have a thing called Azure that does all of that, plus more. So stop by the Microsoft booth, learn how to get a $100 credit for Azure Passes. We'll sign you up right now. Thanks.
Guys,
All right. So what's so bad?
guys, free $100 Azure credit.
Is it just bad?
You're like destroying.
I'm sorry.
That's the whole reason why it's bad. It's because it is made by Microsoft. That is it.
Is it actually bad?
Yeah. I used it one time to mine Litecoin. I think.
So what?
Mine Litecoin.
There's a duck in here.
Pretty sure it's just a shitty DJ.
Ooh. Shots fired. Oh wait, you're gonna be the thing.
Yeah. Here's our excerpt. This is from actually I won't list the name of
Can we not have music? I actually don't want music. I would prefer there not be music.
It's getting louder. And this concludes our CoreCast.
I guess it does because now we can't take that out. So
That is ridiculous.
it's probably gonna get us copyright violations and get us taken down from YouTube.
Yeah, we gotta talk over it. Keep going. I can't stop.
Everyone,
Wow.
wasn't that amazing?
Wow. Yeah.
How could something so expensive be so trashy?
Well, I mean,
Actually, that's not a hard question to answer.
yeah. I'm sure there's tons of things that are expensive that also taste like trash. It's not too bad. I say I like the taste more than I like Red Bull. But like it's a tough call.
I've never drank Red Bull ever, and I have no intent. No, stop. He's motioning for the Red Bull.
You should not drink Red Bull, especially at a hackathon.
But it just makes you crash after you drink it.
Yeah, so that's how I fall asleep. No, I didn't drink any. I didn't drink any Red Bull. But
Yeah,
like,
those two cans have been sitting there since yesterday.
yeah.
Okay.
But we
of my
did drink
big-
the Soylent.
One of my big mistakes at Hack You was drinking a bunch of Monster. So it's like, oh, it's sponsored by Monster, so why not drink some Monster? Try it out. It was terrible.
Yeah, that's what I did when I went to Big Camp.
I felt like trash afterwards, and I was dehydrated.
It depends on who you are. I think certain people are affected by it much more.
I'm just afraid of copious amounts of caffeine.
I'm not affected by it, so like I don't. Worry.
Neither am I, but like I'm just afraid of it.
I'm like Jesse. I could just down like 30 and like still be falling asleep.
I mean, if I'm looking to get the caffeine so that I can stay awake, I would just drink coffee. I'd rather
I get a
have
cup
that
of
than
tea.
Red Bull. Yeah, tea as well.
I mean, I don't drink coffee, so like I'm actually a tea fanatic. So like there's that too.
He's actually an addict. It's kind of disturbing.
You should not look at my dresser drawers because
It's just full of tea.
actually yes.
I had some of that good Costco green tea.
Over up there?
Yeah, Kirkland.
Yeah, I had some.
Speaking of Costco, they have these apples here that are just, I don't know what they do to them, but they're phenomenal. Best apples I've ever had.
They're really large.
They are massive. They're like 3-pound apples. It's
API
insane.
talk from Braintree PayPal is taking place in the varsity gym right now, and we will be raffling off an NVIDIA graphics card as well as a Pebble Steel.
I love their double announcement. Like, just in case you forgot 30 seconds
Hey
ago.
guys, there's a talk going on in the gym. If you want to, there's a raffle for a Pebble Steel and an NVIDIA graphics card.
You can only imagine that
Please go.
it means that no one is going. So that means we should go right now. It means we should go right now because no one's going to be there and we get a free
Yeah,
NVIDIA
but
graphics
then like
card.
everyone
and
also
Steel.
thinks to say, I can see people going right now. They're walking that direction because they're thinking the same thing. Except we're the smart ones because we're here. I don't need a graphics card.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with it?
Linux doesn't even recognize them.
It's probably not even that good.
At a 660?
770.
No, the 770 is pretty good. It's pretty up to date.
Decent.
What is the
rather-
newest one that came out with? Didn't they just
980?
release? Oh, never mind. I'm
Yeah.
completely wrong.
But it's not like it's hard. The numbers don't really mean like as much as they should.
Yeah. I'd rather get a 970 though, because
Well, like obviously,
Yeah.
Because the price for the difference in graphics really isn't that big of a deal.
If I'm gonna get a graphics card, I'm gonna get it because 60 FPS. Always gotta have it.
I don't know about
None
that.
of that 24 crap. Can't do it.
I can't see the difference.
I
Really?
can see it, but like I don't care. I definitely see the difference between 24 and 60 FPS, but I also don't care. I mean, it looks nice, but I don't care.
The other day, I just started to notice a difference on my, because my phone, I just got the Nexus 6P, and the screen is 4K, so I just started to notice a difference between that and my laptop screen. Like, I
Really?
can see the
You can
pixels
see
on my
the-
laptop screen now, yeah.
It does make a big
Your
difference.
phone is
with text.
4K.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's not quite 4K, but it's higher.
It's like, it's 2K, but for a phone, you really
Yeah.
don't need 4K. They
If
just
you like
call it
divide
4K.
by 2, it just like it doubles it.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't even like.
it's
tell.
a 6-inch display.
If you watch a video on that and you put it on 4K versus on another phone the same size, you will see the difference. I did it the other day.
If you do a lot of programming, honestly, the higher
On your
screen
phone?
resolution. Okay, you're not gonna do it on your phone, but on your laptop, it actually helps a lot because the text becomes a lot crisper.
Yeah, but like, I need to make the text bigger anyway to read it, so like, I'm not really.
I guess it's different for every person.
Because like, if I had good eyesight, then yeah, I would just do like what Simeon does and just zoom out like insane, so it's just like a line of text. And then for that, you need the resolution. But
But that's just
I can't do that.
I don't think that actually works well. Because then you just get lost in the lines.
Well, I make no claims for his productivity, but
Right.
Oh, what is today?
Saturday.
Today is the 7th of November.
Ooh, one more week.
For what?
Fallout 4.
Oh God.
No, not one more week. 3 days.
Oh, I thought it came out on the 14th.
No, it's coming out the 10th.
All right.
I'm pretty excited.
I am very excited.
I'm
Fallout
just not
4.
going to go to my classes. It's all over.
I will not be able to buy it and play it. Well, I could. I don't know if my computer will actually be able to handle it, but
Yeah, it's going to be pretty intense.
I don't even know if I'll buy it. I think I'd get too distracted. I can't afford that kind of stuff. But the amount of work I need to do,
Yeah.
Video games are bad anyway.
I'm waiting until winter. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna find someone who has it and play it. But then I'm gonna wait until winter because I just can't do it. I get too distracted with it.
I need to like finish visual. I have like 2 more projects that class and the final project, and it just takes time. I can't be distracted because I'll never do anything ever again.
As long as I can do my 220, 240, I'll be fine. Just play
Yeah,
Fallout
well,
the rest of the hours.
The life of a sophomore. I wish I could be back in that world because all I had to do was go to class.
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock, on the second floor balcony, we're going to have a semi-professional dance group called Rhythmic Blue show people how to actually use the Microsoft Connect dance simulators. So definitely make it up there around 5 o'clock if you want to see some professional dancing. And that's going to be on the second floor
Semi-professional
balcony.
So, I don't know. So Microsoft's here
Yes.
as the
I like
as the
Microsoft.
entire room has not let us forget.
Well, you will also hear that during the pre-show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about that guy.
Yeah, didn't you record his
I
talk, too?
recorded his talk, but it's not. It probably didn't come out very well.
Did you record the entire talk?
Once he started talking about like the 2000s, maybe I started.
Oh, that's still pretty good because the first 2 bits were just like,
Basically, it was like an hour long, and I
A
recorded
history
45
lesson,
minutes of
yeah.
it. So
man, he
I think
talked
it was
for
a
a while.
45-minute presentation. It was ridiculous.
well, my recording was 45 minutes, and I know I didn't record everything, so because I wasn't even here.
Okay.
Probably.
I like this hot tub hack.
I thought he was a little insane.
Yeah, spying
do
on his
that.
daughter.
I don't
Yeah.
like. It's okay, but like, why by weight?
Why
Because he
wait?
could.
Yeah, I mean, like, what else do you do?
Yeah.
Like a camera?
I bet Microsoft just gave him a bunch of money and said, do something cool.
Well, you know what? He was
I mean, I'm
was
sure they paid
forced to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
He was forced.
Because apparently
Things
people
that
at Microsoft
things
aren't allowed
that
to
normal
see
people do.
But you gotta think like his job is. He kind of has a different situation because he's an evangelist. So he doesn't just sit like at a desk all day. He travels a lot, and so because of that, I'm sure his life feels a lot more relaxing, like he's on vacation a lot, because he has a lot of downtime.
I guess so.
But like, I'm sure if he just sat in a box all day, like the other Microsoft employees, like maybe he would want to take a vacation once in his life.
No, they all love their lives.
They do. I know, because I'm a Microsoft. I'm not a Microsoft employee.
At heart.
I tried. I couldn't do it this weekend. They didn't have laptops. I couldn't become a Microsoft developer.
It's because you said laptops. You should have said Surfaces.
They weren't giving out anything that you could program on. They were like, yeah. I was like, hey, can I? Do you guys have something that I can use to like hack on some Microsoft stuff, like Visual Studio wise? And they were like, well, you could use all of these APIs, but you can't do anything with Visual Studio because we don't have things for that. I was like, oh well.
What did they bring
MLH
here?
would have given me a laptop. Huh?
What did they bring here? They brought the bands.
The band
Yeah, Fitbit.
and Kinect and some
right,
Surface
right.
Pros, but they weren't giving out people to rent. They were just prizes.
Okay.
Although that guy has a Surface over there, which I'm sure is his own thing because he has like my mouse from 2000. That was like my family mouse. That's what we use for our computer.
That was in every
From
office.
2000.
I'll take a picture
Yeah.
of it for the video part.
That's some pretty retro with cross new stuff there.
Got it.
That's awesome. It's like
So-
he needed a mouse and went to his drawer back home and found one.
Yeah. Sorry, his what?
His drawer? Drawer.
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 Drawer?
Mine's
You can
draw.
pronounce it either
I
way.
love difference in pronunciations.
Long Island.
Long Island, I gotcha.
Almonds.
I love like
Almonds?
regional pronunciation of things whenever someone. So like my girlfriend is from. No, she's not. Well, she was born in New York and she's lived here, but like her family is from like the Middle
East.
East. No, not
Midwest.
East, the Midwest. Gabe, you're taking advantage of my tiredness. I don't appreciate it. So like she has picked
never
up
know.
some of their pronunciations, like wash is warsh.
Really?
And squash is squash. So like that sounds.
How does she say caramel?
Huh?
How does she say caramel?
Caramel?
Yeah.
She just says it caramel.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Not caramel.
We don't
Not
know.
caramel.
No, I say caramel.
That's
Yeah,
one
so
of the
like
things that everyone
you put
does
your
differently.
plates in the dishwasher.
That's strange. And where is this?
Huh?
Where is this that you got this accent
This
from?
is it's Midwest, like
Change of
Indiana.
plans. The dance show is going to be right in the center of the room.
Oh god. Oh god, no! Please no.
What's going to be in the center of the
The
room?
dancing?
The dancing.
Oh, perfect.
God damn
Yes.
it!
Because we really need copyright strikes on our audio.
Yeah. Well,
And
we
we're not
might
even halfway
already
done.
have some of it. Yeah. We also constantly get into the argument about whether or not the word is pronounced crayon or crane.
It's crayon.
Crayon, yeah.
Yeah,
Crayon.
get your crayon.
Get your crayon
Yeah.
Get your crayon.
versus
Yeah.
crayon. So like crayon and crayon.
It's not crane.
No, it's not crane.
But
That's just wrong.
there's a difference.
That's a different word.
Crane, yeah.
Crane. Yeah.
Crayon.
It's like a bird. Crane. We should say
Anyway, I should
crayon.
stop talking about her. Okay.
Jenga.
Jenga! They have a giant Jenga tower here. It's pretty cool.
Will and
I don't
were
know
in
if
a
I say
pretty
giant.
heated-
It's like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, Will and I were in a pretty heated competition last night.
Completely screwed up.
Yeah, he could totally had me, except he put the Jenga on the wrong side of the structure and it all came toppling down.
He put the Jenga on the wrong.
Yeah, the Jenga block.
Is each block called one Jenga?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I don't
It's
play
a tower
Jenga.
of Jenga.
The tower
I thought
of-
Jenga was just like the South African word for like tower or something.
maybe. I'm just gonna call it whatever
I'm
I
gonna
feel
just
like.
Google it.
I'm gonna let the language decide itself. Just like who said that?
Wait, why don't we
Like,
Who said
oh,
what?
no, here they are.
It's so funny that they have Visual Studios on the best Microsoft hack when you can't use Visual Studios.
Okay.
You can.
Rip Kwum.
Yeah,
Okay,
rip
wait.
CoreCast. Hold
Jenga
on.
means to build in Swahili. That's what it is.
Okay, I think we're about to lose you guys for a bit, so we'll be back whenever this ends.
Well, we'll sit around and see what
Way
they
too
do
much
for right
noise.
now, and then I can just cut it.
I'll let you know how I do in the dancing competition.
Yeah.
Oh, is that an actual dance team?
Yes, they are a
Semi-professional
semi-professional dance team.
Ah.
Semi-professional, as in they don't get paid because they're in the NCAA.
They don't get paid because they're in the NCAA.
Yeah, you can't get paid if you're in the division. Okay, here we go. Oh,
never
maybe
mind.
not.
They probably think we're all so weird.
Orangutan.
Okay.
Banana peel.
Okay, so let's talk about that now that I've started recording.
Yeah.
We just sat through, how long was that? 15 minutes maybe?
Yeah, okay, yeah, like 15 minutes of rap. And you know what the best part is? We can cut to it right now.
Really, Gabe?
There's a couple moments when I'm serious and struck. Usually I'm just immature, and that's real, yeah. Are you ready? Oh, my name is Mama. I hold you down. Just let me talk. It's up a glass that I got a Billy Jean like. Yeah. Girls is always gonna feel us. There we go, my feeling so I'm making on the Brazilian. Friday night, I hope that you enjoy this text message from my dad asking where it's on back. Recently I wrote it, I can tell you when I come back. Used to be a no man, but time wasting no man. Used to have a full record, now approaching no man. Used to be a postman, but there goes watching it every day and never seen a force reason. Thank God for Friday and the weekend. A 600 second drill fell down the hill. Now I'm 19 and second drunk the drill is on the field. That 6 I watch looking like you pulling up the field. Now I'm 19 praying for a happy hour feel like associated with the girl there and there's a bad chick approach and I'm as nervous as the sea. Fortunate enough to make the plans for the sea. My girlfriends just left and all my problems are guess. Cause my mind's got no room there. Bills, 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 bills. Yeah, yeah. Woo! I wanna talk to you. Yeah. He's on this bunk bed screaming that he's not drunk yet. R.I.P. we killed the club, but we still not done yet. And keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. What's that next track? I got some other solutions for y'all. I know it hurts, but make sure you stay strong, cause we lost mad people, but that's just the dog, cause you make it something just to keep us warm. I got the samples popping, my grandma's dropping, I'm on the edge. Never planned, we never planned, but I saw tears of sweat, and I was there for it all, I'm even getting the head. I had 3 friends, my grandmother, my pad, and my pen. Yeah. Are you ready? No, I am. Oh, my name is Mama. I hold you down. It's time to come. Just let me talk. Yeah. This hometown's corrupt, I fucking know it, but you know what? My biggest fear is someone recognize that I'm new. Time to buy into the bullshit like they open in the company. Keep on fucking drinking till they open with me comfortably. Should've wrote a book, cause rap is the hardest. Should've overdosed of pain, but shit, I'm rapping regardless. There's a couple moments when I'm serious and struck. Usually I'm just in it. It's 10 p.m. on Friday night, I hope that you enjoy it. This text message from my dad asking where it's on that. Recently I wrote it, I can tell you when I come back. Used to be a no man, but time wasting no man. Used to have a full rack, but now approaching no man. Used to be a postman, but there goes watching every day and haven't seen a fourth season. Thank God for Friday and the weekend. At 6 I heard the jacket drill fell down the hill. Now I'm 19, the jacket drunk the jail is on the pill. And at 6 I watched looking like you with another fill. Now I'm 19 praying for a happy hour deal. Like associated with the good feeling. If a bad chick approaches, I'm as nervous as it seems. Fortunate enough to make returns for the team. I tell myself a glass that I found a Billy Jean. Like found a Billy Jean, like found a Billy Jean, like I pull up on YHack and find a Billy Jean, like Billy Jean, like I know you always slipping on the details. lips when you getting refills. Things that you said, I know you probably regret. Never spoke about that night, but that's just out of respect. Yeah, from a small place, everybody is. I'm talking. Truth comes out sometimes, you know it.
Thank you. Voltaire, Brown Sam. I got business cards. He's got business cards. Same with
That was amazing footage.
Wow, look at that footage.
Wow.
See that air cam footage? That looked like it was taken with a drone. Professional.
I almost thought we were having an MLG like
MLG sanctioned event. Excuse me.
MLG sanctioned event.
Just foraging for this. But there you go. Okay, so that was an interesting concert of sorts. I mean, before we had the dance thing, that was
Dancing was kind of tasteful.
it was fine. It was short and it was like, you know, normal.
I guess.
They were good performers. They seemed to know what they were doing.
The music was still too loud, but
Okay, it wasn't that bad.
it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like this rap bad, but it was loud enough that I would still wear my headphones.
Yeah.
Like during the rap, like, okay, so for everyone at home, during the rap, I opened Audacity, turned the mic gain to the lowest setting I could turn it on, okay, and then I hit record. It was just a solid box. It maxed out the thing. It was just like insane.
We are sitting right next to the speaker, to be fair, but
I mean, like what? Like, what is that? 20 feet?
Decent.
We're like far enough that like.
I mean, we were all like deep into our headphones during that whole thing. We couldn't even talk to each other.
Like, the thing is, I had my headphones on, but it was still louder than I normally would listen to anything, ever.
Yeah.
I guess.
Definitely not how I would listen to rap concert.
Yeah, it's true. Although I'm sure at a real rap concert it's louder. But that's like, you know, I'm choosing to go to something.
They're also like not good either.
They're not professional. They're semi-professional rappers.
The
Maybe
theme
that
of
was
this
the
hackathon-
prize for winning the rap battle, was you get to rap.
No, it's Pepper Steele's.
Great.
Just like
Where's,
Steve Jobs 2.0.
Yeah.
They won
knows.
If
the
only.
hoverboard.
Oh, the hoverboard thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah, they finally got that out.
Okay, so now we're near like the end. We have less than 12 hours left to this hackathon. What's your overall
we'll be on a bus
opinion?
by
What's your overall opinion of that? What's going on here?
You know, it's a big hackathon. It seems bigger than last year because it's in a gymnasium instead of their building.
I like the building ones. I'm a fan, but
Yeah, because we had a private room. There was like 6 of us. Brett, Ruben, Simeon. Well, Simeon wasn't really in it. He left kind of like most of the way.
But like Brett, Ruben, Mike, myself, and Alan, like took over that room. And I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I hope.
For me, I haven't been to a YHack before, so
I didn't go last year. But like,
It feels quite bit campy.
yeah, it's basically Big Camp because Big Camp always has those like random things going on where like no one wants to participate, but like except 5 people. And so like they do, but then like everyone's still in the same room, so you have to like. It's like imagine you're in your room like reading a book, and then like 3 people come in and start like watching TV, and you're like, I don't like this.
hey, you want to read your book?
Yeah, like I still want to read my book, and it's like I guess we're all equally sharing this room, but when you turn off every single light in here, and then start blasting music, that's a little disruptive. Not that I need to get my work done, you know, it's like a Saturday night, like whatever, but it's just like annoying.
Yeah.
Like I just don't want to do it.
It would be fine if we were just in different rooms and they did it in some main hall.
Yeah,
And we wouldn't have to do
it's
it.
opt-in.
Exactly. Yeah, I figured if they were gonna do that, they were just testing it in here, and that we wouldn't have to deal with them. They would go into the other room where the talks were. It's like if they did every talk at that screen
Oh
right
my
there,
god.
That would be the
We would have
worst.
had to move.
with like all the audio problems that they had. With
Did
that
you go
thing.
to any talks?
No. Oh God, no! Like the talks
Are
are
you
always
talking about-
really boring. No. Hackathon talks are like. See, I quite like good talks, but I never find any at hackathons because they're always like API talks. They're always like,
Even
here's how you
the
use
only
my
non-API
broken
talk
API. You know,
was like,
I can just barely use it in this one trivial example. I hope you can figure out a way to make it work.
Or I just read the recruiter manual.
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah, I'm reading it word for word to you.
If they had talks that were like, oh, here's some technical topic, not necessarily relating to anything to the hackathon, we're giving you a talk. Like
That's what
closer,
they did at Brick Hack.
closer to like the intro, like the opening talk we got from the Microsoft guy. Because even though he was insane, he at least like had a point.
He was also
He had
a
a
little.
thesis.
He had a little alcohol in his body, as he mentioned on Twitter. He tweeted, "How many whiskeys is too many to do a keynote speech?" And then 5 minutes later, he tweeted, "Keynote was delayed. Maybe I'll have a couple more," or something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think I agree, but it's an interesting concept to have a non-MLH event.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem too different from an MLH event, honestly. It's
I
pretty
think
much like
they
MLH
did
this year.
a good job copying everything that MLH does.
Yeah.
They have the photo booth thing. They have people yelling at you for doing bad things.
Don't
Really?
take the garlic bread, Gabe.
I
Yeah,
didn't get yelled at all.
I
Well,
get yelled
Gabe
at
gets
every
yelled at
hackathon.
because he wants to like agitate.
Take all the food.
He
No.
wants to agitate
I
MLH type
I
people.
want to do what I want to do, and they don't want me to do what I want to do because it is not necessarily the correct thing to do. What else do they? What else is at MLH usually that they have here? Long lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
lot.
when you have 1,500 people, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. I think what they did was they had MLH help them last year, and then they learned how to run it, and then they just like, oh, we can do this without your help.
I don't even remember if MLH was here last year.
MLH
honestly.
isn't going to be super involved. When we ran Hack BU, it was just, Swift showed up and Carl showed up, and they helped us out with the hardware lab, and that's really about it. They didn't tell us what to do. They just sort of observed.
Yeah.
If we
See, that's the
needed
thing.
help,
I think
they would-
most people think that MLH, like, after the whole hack the North incident, people started like associating MLH with telling people what to do, but it was just that one incident. I've
Yeah.
never seen MLH be like taking over an event, like for any reason.
No.
It's just that people have just like.
They include some things in the clauses just to sort of maintain control over, like, a global ban of somebody, for example. But
Yeah, well.
that's really not used. It's sort of just in there in case.
Yeah.
In case any of them
Well, the
turn
thing is,
evil.
like, if you're the kind of person who's gonna get globally banned, like, you probably
don't want
deserve
that
it.
person at your hack
Yeah.
anyway. So thank MLH for kicking them out. Nothing wrong with MLH. They sent me a free T-shirt, so I'm happy.
Yeah. You're a sellout.
Yeah, got my name on it.
Yeah. I don't know. They did a good job running it.
Yeah.
I don't like the venue, but that's like I can't fault them for that. They need the space that can fit this many people.
A little too many announcements.
Yeah, I would say that. That's probably. Well, the thing is, like, if they were just quieter about it, then
Yeah.
like it wouldn't be a problem.
And they didn't make it They didn't make 2 announcements for every one they should have made.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Hey guys, like, there's an event in 10 minutes. Like, you should totally make it out here. Like, there's an event." And then like, "Hey guys, like, there's an event in 7 minutes. Like, no one's going. Let's go. We're giving away RAM. Like, please."
DDR RAM, Apple Watches.
Excuse me, guys, it's going on right now. Like, please hurry up. There's no one out there. Like, I don't want them to take this RAM home.
It's going fast.
So this is the first time we've seen giving away a lot of raffles.
There was
this
a
time.
lot of raffles at those events.
Yeah.
Apple Watches, RAM,
Yeah.
graphics
All
card.
kinds of very expensive things.
Yeah. And then the Chipotle gift card from
Dad.
Facebook, the impromptu Chipotle.
He was like, oh, I just have this in my wallet. Yeah, I guess we can raffle it off.
Right. Just call up Mark Zuckerberg. Can we spend this?
Sure, I guess.
Some Canadians over there.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, this is the rapper himself. He's coming to say hello. He's carrying a light with him. They're not really doing much right now, but they are here.
Being a Canadian,
Yeah.
being nice to people.
I mean, like, they're good people, I'm sure, but like,
Have you ever
when
been
you're
to
not in
Canada?
the mood, yes,
I mean, other than Hack the North.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, like, Hat the North is the furthest into Canada I've been,
All right.
but I've been to Niagara Falls before. Which is like being like, oh, I've been to Florida, and you like only went to like Disney World once. So it's hard to say. There's no reason to go to Canada.
You sure? It's a nice place.
I mean, it's basically the U.S.,
If you like the outdoors, it's pretty nice.
but there's like good places here, like especially in New York State. There's a lot of nice places.
Binghamton, for example.
I like if you want to go
Maybe
hiking
nature
and stuff.
preserve.
There's a ton of stuff where I live, and so it's like I'm not gonna drive 6 hours to like go somewhere that I could just like sit inside my house.
If I want to see trees, I look outside my window.
And there's nothing
That's
specific
true.
because
There's
it's
a
like
lot of trees.
if I want to go to the Grand Canyon, like that's an interesting place to go. Like but there's not like anything in Canada that I know of. Right, I'm sure there's like amazing things, but like
There's
that I
Niagara
know of.
Falls. That's about it.
Yeah, but it's like that's in the U.S. as well.
Space Needle.
Yeah, I've never been to like Toronto or Montreal or Vancouver.
Toronto's
so
kind of cool. If you go up to the CN Tower in Toronto,
Oh, right, not Space Needle, CN Tower.
well, that's in Seattle.
Yeah.
But the CN Tower, that's kind of terrifying. There's a good picture of like we went up there, and at the top of the CN Tower, the floor is glass.
Really?
So,
why?
well, there are sections of it that are glass. So
Why not
like
just have a
you can
floor?
walk
That
through
sounds
it and
dangerous.
stand on solid ground and be all right. And there's glass sections.
Because if they didn't do that, people would literally freak out.
Yeah. No, because I was with my family, and I kind of like, we were like, oh, solid glass. And then we were basically, immediately someone was like, all right, who's going to stand on it? And then I ran over and like walked on it, jumped around on it, and like my brothers just started freaking out. He was just like, no. And my stepmom wouldn't, I don't think she would go over there. I think my dad did. That was it.
But I've never been.
Yeah, me neither. I've been to Quebec.
Quebec. I've always wanted to go. In fact, I've wanted to make it to make hacks.
I'll go get more.
Yeah, I got in, but I like.
I got in last
it
year
was always
too,
a hassle.
but the bus that we supposedly had disappeared. So
Maybe this
not
spring.
fun.
Maybe this spring.
Yeah.
It was the worst because they just didn't contact us.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they said, no, you're not getting a bus. They just didn't reply.
Yeah. That was really annoying because I really wanted to go to McGill.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to visit Quebec. I was ready to go.
Right.
I wanted to see Montreal, but no.
I guess we'll see.
Oh well. I like Canada. I don't know. I go vacationing there. It's like,
Like, I'm
good
of the
place.
mindset that Canada's basically just America, but like Canadian.
it's, I don't know. What's your definition of Canadian?
Basically the same as the U.S. Like 89% the same. There's like accent differences, but that happens in the U.S. anyway, and then like the money's different.
Fair enough.
I actually got a Canadian penny as change once, so I was robbed of
They don't have
a couple fractions.
They
of
don't
a
have
cent.
pennies anymore.
Canadian
Exactly,
pennies.
because he has the
They got
only
rid of
one.
them.
Really?
Yeah.
I got an old one.
They're more expensive to make than they're worth.
That's every penny ever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we should get rid of our pennies too, but like
Probably.
getting America to do anything
Well, the
that
issue,
major would just be like no.
the issue with getting rid of the penny is that if you go to a gas station, they charge you 0.99 or point.
Everything is charged
90.
0.99. It's like the most ridiculous
There are
thing.
ways around that though.
and like
You just
Yeah,
round.
by rounding up.
yeah,
So everyone will just round up, and the cost of things will increase
by a cent.
slightly, but that's still a decent percentage if you're talking about something like fuel or those kinds of things.
Yeah, but you just say if it's less than 5, round down. If it's not, round
Well, it's
up.
not like pennies are just gonna go like instantly disappear. They just stop making them. They'll
Right.
go out of circulation in the next 20 years. But like things will you'll still have pennies. They'll still be in circulation. It's not
Yeah.
like they just suddenly don't have value anymore.
Well, the Treasury can recall the currency and just say
I
pennies
think
are no longer valid
you'd
for
be
purchase
better
value,
off-
but you can be reimbursed.
Yeah, but it's like the mint would stop making them.
Right.
I think that's what
Not
they should
full
do. Is
amount of
just
circulation.
stop making them and then just wait. And
See
then
what happens.
and then say like, hey, if you have pennies for the next 10 years, you can trade them in 100 pennies for $1. That kind of thing. So like that would be fine, I think, but I don't use cash, so it's not really like a matter to me.
It's strange because every other country they use cash all the time.
Yeah, but like
Europeans, for example, everything is actually round numbers, so you can pay in cash.
but you also know what you're gonna pay for.
Right.
Like,
There's no tax
you walk up to the cash
added on.
register and it's like, oh, wow, there's like
Right. You buy a 99-cent Arizona iced tea and you got to pay $1 in change.
yeah, it's like ridiculous.
You have to give the cashier $2 because who carries around change, and then you get 3 quarters and some other useless change.
Yeah, it gets really nice because I went like when I was working at the preschool, we went on a field trip, and we're like this was in the UK, and so like all the kids had their little money for their field trip, and it was super easy to calculate anything because like you just look at the price and that's how much money the thing
It's
costs.
a reasonable number.
Versus like, oh, I'm looking at the price. Let me add $1 to make sure that I.
I don't see why not. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
This is the part of the hackathon where people just give stuff away because they realize that they have a ton of crap still. I'm sure they have 50 boxes of pizza still too.
Oh, they did. Yeah, when I went up there. Cold pizza.
I'm sure it was fun to go to Costco and just start buying all this water and all these drinks.
Well, as Itai.
Yeah. Well, Itai didn't do it. It was actually Torella.
Ah.
Yeah, he went to Sam's Club.
It must just be a hassle though, because they have to like keep everything and make sure they get reimbursed. What? If you can just get us a bag, then like we can just throw out stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna run out of bags.
Okay. Just take anything that's open. Like. Yeah. What do you like? I don't have garbage bags.
Yeah, they really didn't do a good job with waste management.
Yeah, they could have put garbage cans at the end of the table. Well, he was like, "We're gonna run out of garbage bags."
And all of the garbage cans were really tiny too. They weren't the full size that you would expect.
Well, I made some mistakes, I guess, and they paid for them.
Yeah.
Oh, they
That
will.
just means that they're gonna have to clean up more.
So how is judging gonna work?
That's
actually,
why
now I think about
the
it.
floor is made of paper.
That's true.
I was judging it. You know, I've been thinking about how judging is going to work.
Because they're gonna do the whole like, make sure everything's clean because you're gonna have to stand near. And it's like,
I mean, you can submit something, and if you do, you'll demo,
or you can just not.
or you not.
You could walk around and look at other people's projects.
I might do that because, again, I don't think
Or
I'm
you
submitting
you
anything.
could just sit and not move for like an hour and then take the bus. Like, you could do whatever because we're on the bus, and buses don't require submissions of packs yet. Don't get any ideas, Swift. I'm watching you. Normally, to get a reimbursement, you do have to submit a project. But because we're not being reimbursed, it doesn't matter.
I mean, you could just submit trash, but you have to submit something.
Well, then you have to present the piece of trash. So decide carefully. I'm gonna have to end all this.
Dangerous method. Yes, you will.
What else is there?
Yes, you will. What you guys were talking about the state of rap nowadays? I'm sure that's something new.
Well, I think like I like rap, but you know, I'm not a big fan of loud music.
Personally, not a fan of rap or loud music, really.
Yeah, I don't like loud things or crowds.
I'd rather have a control over the volume.
So rap is not my thing.
I don't know. I don't know
feel
why
like-
I like it. It's
I feel like I'd like to continue to hear things when I get older.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I like about like headphones because it quiets everything else, and so you can put it as low as you want without being like, without worrying that it's just people are gonna talk over it,
Right.
which is really useful.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. Could do unspeakable damage, unspeakable and irreversible damage. I'll have no idea.
Yeah, but like you're gonna die anyway at some point.
It doesn't matter.
Like if you die deaf or if you die being perfect hearing, it's like it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
I suppose not.
Probably. What I don't understand is why are there no seats?
What do you mean?
What is this place for?
Well, remember what this place looked like when we got here.
And
of
look at it
trash.
now.
Well, he's just talking about audience seats.
You gotta think like, what is this used for and not when people are here,
It's
right?
just
Like,
the gymnasium. That's all.
But
That's why
like-
they have a million basketball hoops everywhere. It's
Yeah.
like high school.
I mean, it's
Except
Yale,
bigger.
so they like just have tons of money, and like if they even like twitch, like somebody's gonna give them money.
I guess so.
It's just Yale.
It's a Yale
Yeah.
endowment.
Oh, you could
$23.9 billion. It's rather big amount.
zero.
No, we get 116 million.
Wow.
So
Go Harvey
few orders
Stenger.
of magnitude down.
You know, if they just didn't pay Harvey Stenger for a couple years, it'd go up.
I mean, he could deal with it.
By 1 million.
Yes. Yeah, but think about if they never paid the president of the college, then that would be lots of millions.
Okay.
Yes.
You have to think Yale's endowment. Let's see. So 23.9 billion. Let's say Chipotle. Let's see if we can find this.
19 billion.
Where does it say this?
Market watch.
Yeah, market cap of $19 billion. So the total money invested in Chipotle is less than what is invested in
Maybe they
Yale.
own all of Chipotle.
What do you mean?
Maybe they're 100% stockholders in Chipotle. All 23 billion
It could be.
minus whatever 19.
It would suck for them the past couple of days. 'Cause Chipotle has taken a very sharp dive.
Yeah, well, shortages.
What do they
E.
want
coli.
us to do about it?
What do they want us to do about it?
Give out $350 gift cards to Chipotle. People will go there.
That's true, but that's not really worth it. I guess gift cards are an interesting strategy, I guess, because
That's why Campus Pursuit is successful. Because
I
gift
don't even
cards
know
are
what
easy
they
to
are.
acquire.
What do they do?
So they hide gift cards around campus and they send out a hint on their app.
Yeah.
And people have to go find them and claim them.
But then, like, what's their business model? Then what?
Sponsorships.
Oh, so they're
So
like,
DirecTV.
we're gonna hide like a Moe's gift card.
Right. So local businesses will give them gift cards and some money to hide it so that they can promote their products.
Oh,
And then when they go in and use the gift card, they're going to spend a little bit more or they're going to become a returning customer.
well, hopefully.
Yeah, it's the cost of acquiring a new customer.
They had John Walters was telling me the other day that all the local people in Vestal, Tully's gave them all a $10 off coupon in the mail. And so, like, I guess a lot of people have been going recently because, like, $10 off gets you, like, a ton of food.
That's true.
So
I hear Tully's is a little bit expensive.
we went and we got an appetizer and it was like $8 something. And it, like, after the appetizer, like, I couldn't eat anymore. So it was, like, for $8, like, a full dinner. It was pretty good for me. It's a little bit nicer than on campus, but you do have to tip as well. So.
Yeah, there's toothpaste on the brush. Yeah, you just put water on it and go.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Fancy
nice
stuff.
of them to do toothbrushes. Kinda
I like that the
YHack.
hackathons have begun to start to do that more.
Well, they
Yeah.
realize, like, people don't brush their teeth.
I like the mouthwash one because it's really easy.
Yeah.
It also freshens up your breath, which is good. At the end of a hackathon, everyone just smells terrible.
Yeah, well.
It's wonderful.
The thing is, like, even though a lot of hackathons do have showers, most people don't because it's just like a hassle.
Yeah, like
showering at a public place.
Never a good idea. It'd be kind of interesting if they had, like, they rent out a whole, like, a hotel. Use the conference rooms, the conference rooms as the hacking space, and then, like, just the rooms are, like, for the schools.
That would be a hell of a hackathon.
It'd be a really cool, like, but you'd have to charge for it, like, a little bit, I'm sure, unless you got some good sponsorships.
Yeah.
But, like, it'd be really nice and private.
If you can get Marriott as a sponsor, that would be really nice.
That's true. Yeah.
Provide
Dude,
the venue.
It just becomes a conference at that point.
Yeah, it does.
Hack conference. If like Marriott just says, all right, we're gonna rent out like this floor,
Yeah. Well,
or
I mean,
like the entire hotel.
Hennap's rented out the Wells Fargo Center. I'm sure they could rent out an entire hotel. Like,
Yeah.
Probably. But
Like-
the issue is density.
Yeah.
We'll
That's
get
true.
you like 3 floors worth of people.
which is a lot less than 3,000.
Which is a lot less than 3,000 people, but like, say
But
it's
those people would be very comfortable.
yes, they
But
would
let's
be very
say,
comfortable.
like, let's say you say, look, we're going to allot schools this many rooms. Like, your school has this many people. Like, you guys, like, you're gonna sleep on the floor anyway because it's a hackathon. So, like, let's just shove people in rooms,
Wow.
right? But you don't have mixed schools rooms. I'm like forced. You can do it if you want, I guess.
Right.
Or you could rent a room in the hotel.
Right.
On
Pay a
your
little
own.
bit extra.
Yeah. And I think, like, that would be a really interesting concept because, like, MLH refuses to charge for hackathons, which is a good idea.
Yes.
But I think that in order to make the quality continue to go up, you kind of need to get more funding from somewhere. And there are, like, companies are putting more money into it. But there's going to be a point where it's not worth it, and there's just going to be tons of companies.
And charging per person will always be the most efficient
Yeah.
way to do it.
Especially because you can handle, okay, well, do we have enough food for everyone? Well, this is how many people paid.
Right.
So I know exactly how many people are coming. Versus like, oh, there's 300 people coming on buses. Well, 3 people showed up at these schools. So
Like
now,
our bus.
yeah, so now there's in total 30 people.
yeah, if you're gonna charge people to come, they're like going to come if they pay.
I think if they do something like $10 fee to like sign up. If you don't get in, they return the money,
Right.
right? If you get in, then
Maybe like
They
free
keep
for
it.
first time hackers.
well, let's just say you pay like it's $10 and you get the shirt, right? Like it just covers just the shirt fee. Then they can use that money to do travel reimbursements, other things, because they have a lot of expenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Penapps, my first hackathon, they spent $200,000 on travel reimbursements alone,
Yep.
which is ridiculous. But you're also flying people internationally, which is a
That
big
costs a lot of
expense.
money.
Yeah. rent a private jet and just ship people out.
At that point, it might be worth it.
But I think charging is what needs to happen, and like if MLH isn't gonna have it happen, then maybe they'll stagnate at a point. But
I think what would be interesting is a longer hackathon, but have people with designated sleeping areas.
Right, like a
real
conference.
sleeping areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, hotel.
Like-
But then the
bring
problem
people
is
to a
like
hotel.
people go to school versus like if you work, you can go to a conference, take a couple days off. But like schools, most people don't have the flexibility to do that. Right.
We
Because even
started
let's say
this on a Friday,
I know, but
and
even
we missed our classes.
I don't have class on Fridays.
A lot of people had to miss class, and I missed a class.
But I think
I
like,
missed all my classes.
but did you ask to miss a class? Like, did you go to your teacher and say like,
Yeah, I
can I
did.
miss it? And they were like, fine with it.
Yep.
And there's yes, I assume.
Yep.
But
My
it's like
math
you have
teacher
other
actually
people.
got sick.
Lewis,
Okay.
I went to when I went to Hack the North last year. It was during I had to leave early because it was on Friday, and of course it's in Canada, so I have to leave.
Yeah.
No, I'm good, thanks. And I was gonna miss 240, so I was like, Professor, I won't be able to be in class. He was like, Oh, really? Great. I was like, where are you gonna be? I'll be like at a hackathon. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, most teachers who I tell about
Yeah.
hackathons, oh, that's really cool.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Have
you
fun.
should be there. Yeah.
But then
Have
it's
fun
like,
there.
okay, I'm missing a week of school.
Well, like then
it
if it's
becomes a
like
little
I'm gonna
bit
go,
more
I'm gonna go to HackCon, which is like a week-long hackathon. Also, it's a hackathon conference.
I think what if they did something like, okay, we're gonna have a week-long conference, but it's 3 hackathons. So there's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That'd be pretty cool.
That way you don't have to go for the whole week if you don't want to, but if you can, it's gonna be sick.
Right.
And then you can like subsidize it. Oh, I'm only gonna buy my Friday, Saturday, Sunday pass, which will be the most expensive. But like, it's gonna be the most fun because you're free to do whatever you want.
Yeah, because one of the things with the hackathons is that you can do some stuff in the 36 hours, but you really can't get in depth. You can't polish your things. You can't actually make it anywhere near production ready.
very
But I don't know.
understand.
I don't know if having a whole week to do something would make much better products. I think the top 10% of people, yes, they would make some good stuff. But most of the people in the middle, they'd make their little weekend thing like they're used to, and they're like, whatever. Like the next one tonight, we're just gonna like start over and make a new thing.
Right, which is also good, because then you get even more experience.
Yeah. Because, like, we were talking to a freshman from Cornell earlier, and he was like, yeah, it's my first hackathon, like, but the problem is I don't really know much, so I'm just going to spend the entire time learning something and making really slow progress.
a lot of the freshmen did that.
But if you have a week, then you spend the first couple days learning stuff, and then you actually know something
Right.
to make for the next one. And which is why I think breaking it up is a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, then HackCon, this
then
theoretical HackCon could have workshops as well, like real workshops, not like
Yeah, that's
like half-hour talks where a company talks to you about why their API should be used for the weekend.
And then you would have something like, okay, like on the Sunday, the last Sunday, you'd have like the week-long prizes for those hackathons that are week-long, and then like the ones for just the 3-day hackathons. That way it keeps it a little more fair. And I think let's just do it. Let's do it right now.
Yeah. Found a league.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is the new thing.
GNU, not MLH. That's what we'll call it. Because I think MLH Mexican hackathons charge. From what I saw.
Do they?
Yeah, I believe so. Which is an interesting concept because like they're very like we don't charge.
Yeah, why would the rules be different abroad?
Because there's not as many sponsors.
Right.
Fair enough.
So you need money to run it, and if you're not getting the money to run it, then you can't run a hackathon. And so you have to charge. And like, I think it's a good experience for people, both as a sponsor and as a student.
Yeah, and sponsors see this as the best recruiting grounds.
It really is.
But I think they need to have more of a, like, they need to decide what they're going to do. Because right now it gets really awkward really quickly. Because it's like, ooh, like free stuff. And then you go there and it's like, oh, I don't really want to talk to this guy. Or
Yeah.
like you go there and like the guy's just like an HR guy, so he's not really useful.
Right.
And it's like, but if they had a longer time, maybe they send a couple more people, so you have like a mix. Because like there's some companies where there's like one guy and he like just started working there like a month ago, so he doesn't really know too much, and it's like,
Yeah, he's getting the beginner's punishment.
yeah, that's not really useful to anyone.
And Bloomberg seemed to do a decent job.
They
had a lot of
usually
people
know what they're doing. But they've been doing it for a long time, so like
Yes.
it makes sense.
The puzzles were fun.
I've seen,
Jenga was fun.
yeah, that stuff that's going on. I've seen Bloomberg at hackathons for a while, but like last year at Hack the North, which is I think, yeah, it was the first time I saw them at like a hackathon. Yeah, they had some pretty not so good like representation. They were there and they were giving out their APIs. They actually at Hack the North you could use the Bloomberg like API thing.
They did that at BitCamp as well.
And
Terminal.
it was the broken.
I did get it working.
Well, the thing
my
is,
own.
like, if I use the C++ API, it would work fine. But like, they totally like don't understand. Like, nobody codes in C++ here.
No, I wrote the Python one. It worked out. I think
I tried the Python thing; it didn't work. I tried Node.js; it didn't work.
one thing that was
I
nice.
tried
though-
every wrapper.
Might as well not talk.
grab some-
Hello. Hi. Just one quick announcement. So Datto just bought 100 more Insomnia cookies. If you want any more cookies, you can go up to their booth and just go say hi. All right. Thanks.
Datto guy's lonely.
Yeah. Crazy guy. Yeah.
Now I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about.
Oh yeah,
Bloomberg.
so one of the interesting things that I liked about Penn Apps is the larger sponsors had, because this is a stadium, they had box seats, right? So they had a box that was just their company. And so it was large enough, it had couches and that kind of stuff, so you could go in there and hang out with them. The Qualtrics box had a Wii U in there.
Nice.
They had like board games and stuff, and it's like there's two different kinds of people, I think, or there's two different kinds of mindsets when you go to a hackathon. There's like the I'm gonna make like a cool product, and then there's like I'm gonna hang out for a weekend. And like when it's big enough, you can do whatever you want, you know, or a mix. And like that's what there needs to be, because like the problem is the booths are nice for like the job fair, but that's because everyone knows like I'm gonna walk up, hand them my resume, they're gonna look at it, I'm gonna shake hands, and we're gonna move on. But this is like somewhere in between a job fair and just hanging out, and so it makes like weird situations where like you're not sure, do I walk away? There's no one behind me.
Because you're gonna continue seeing them for
yeah,
the next 24
yeah,
hours.
exactly.
I mean, some of them.
Yeah, the ones who actually show up.
Yeah. Our guys. Our guys did not decide to.
But I think what they should do is kind of decide, are they going to do a more like recruity kind of setup or a more friendly,
Yeah, I've always kind of
relaxed
wondered
kind of
how many
setup?
people get internships directly as a result from hackathons. Because like, a lot
I
of
would
people
say
aren't
Bloomberg
just-
a lot, from
Yeah.
what I could tell.
but not a lot of people are distributing
Resumes.
They don't specifically ask. I've never had anyone
It depends
ask
on the
me for a
hackathon.
resume except Uber. But that was because we made UberQ, and they were interested in it.
The company
Ads-
I worked at actually
yeah.
hired exclusively from hackathons this winter. So they went out and they did all their recruiting there and did not have public applications. It was just the people from, I believe, I forget which one. Some good
It
hackathons.
depends. Because MHacks, they did, when we went, it was all resumes. Everyone was like, do you have a resume? Like, and I was like, look, like I don't have why would I bring a resume to a hackathon? But when I was younger, like when I was first started going to hackathons, I would bring my resume. And that's how I got interviews. So I think, like, it is a good idea, but they need to. Someone needs to come up with a solution that makes it more streamlined and like less awkward if you just want to hang out and talk to the people. Because like, it's a great chance to learn about the company in like a relaxed, like non like businessy, like this is our company and this is like our slogan and this is how we. It's like more like, oh, like I do this stuff, like it's fun. I enjoy working there, like that kind of thing.
I don't think that they should send non-engineers to hackathons.
I was about to go there actually. My observations are always the people that are non-engineers, like the HR people. They're just there. They're doing their job. Like they're being paid to do this. They're like, oh, yep, here, use our technology, and but then they disappear after the first day because like then they realize, oh wait, like these people actually want to know how to use our technology.
Right.
I'm non-technical. No one that's with me is technical. I got to get out of here. Like I can't.
Yeah, I
stay
think
here.
some companies think, oh, like we're sponsoring this. This is basically a job fair, and then they send like 5 recruiters and no engineers, and then you're like, oh, like can you tell me about like what it's like working there? What's the stack? Like, what do you guys use on a daily basis? Like, how is it? And they're like, it's mostly like I think C#. I think is that a language? It's like, and some of them are like they're technical recruiters, so they might know more, but it like comes across like, oh, like do you not actually care about like making us want to work there?
Yeah. Like, would you not put in the effort to have us like
at least one guy who knows what he's talking about?
information? Like, yeah.
And if they have an API, they're completely useless.
Yeah.
'Cause they'll just tell you, oh yeah, here's some documentation I found online.
And the documentation's always bad. Like, it's always terrible.
I wouldn't be coming to you if the documentation was usable.
Well, it depends who you are, but
That's true.
many beginners will just go straight to the people.
Oh yeah.
But like, you have to send a mix if you're looking to recruit.
Mm-hmm.
But there needs to be some kind of better way than just setting up tables and having people sit there.
Yeah, well,
awkwardly.
I whenever Bloomberg goes to a hackathon, I tend to end up hanging out with them. Like at Hack the North, there was a certain point where I just sort of like sat at a table and just started talking to them, like at night. It was really late at night, and like they were still there, which I appreciated. And I just like talked to them, and like what we're doing now, playing Jenga and like doing the puzzles over there. We just sat at their booth, and just like they were there. However, today we weren't really interacting with them so much. We didn't get to talk to them very much, but we were near them.
Yeah, but it's like there's no other booth where you would do anything like that.
No, everyone else is just keeping to themselves, playing on their laptop.
Yeah, Facebook is like in the corner. Microsoft, I don't even know where they are. Datto, it's sort of kind of also in the corner. Namecheap is just like has a recruiter here, has an evangelist here.
It's funny because like a lot of the companies are a lot more like sexy than Bloomberg. Like Bloomberg's got their terminal and like no one really cares too much. Like as tech people, it's like, oh, Facebook's here. Like Facebook's got Gear VR set up. Like, but no one's hanging out with them because they're just like sitting there like on their phones, and it's an interesting like thing because you would think people would want to hang out with Microsoft and Facebook because people know them, they're household names. But like, they just don't seem interesting people, so like you don't.
Yeah, and they send a nut job to speak.
Yeah, that's
Scare everybody.
Well, meanwhile, Bloomberg has like an entire team. They've got like 5-6 people there.
Just to like
they've got like friendly profile pictures that just like, oh, meet the team. Like here's everyone that's here. Like we're all here
that's
to
one of
help
the things
you.
I can
We have
never
puzzles and
remember
Jenga
names.
for you guys. Like that's how like if I want to get comfortable with a company, like really work with them for a few days, like as honest recruitment, like So there's more than just 5 minutes of like, oh, here's my resume.
And it's the best HR interview you can get as a recruiter.
Yeah.
Is to just hang out with the interviewee for a couple days.
To be fair to the HR people, if you're hanging out with someone that clearly you would have like rejected in the thing, you can't they can't go away. Like you're stuck with them for 24
That's
hours.
true. But it's a risk you take so you can get good candidates.
Yeah.
And also, the thing is that you just want to sometimes have some downtime. You don't want to always be focusing on, oh, I gotta get a job. You sort of want to talk to them and see what it's like. If I had no idea about Bloomberg and what they did, which of course I do know all about them because everyone at Binghamton seems to work for Bloomberg. It's very strange. I would think, wow, this is a really cool company. They send this very friendly team. Their engineers are very nice people. They have an awesome Jenga set, which I would probably play in their office all the time. So that would encourage me to apply there. And then all these other companies are just sort of like, okay, I have to go Google them now and see what their Glassdoor salaries are to see if they're actually a viable place to work.
Let's read reviews about that. And it's like,
Right.
then that's what I like about Bloomberg is like, you go to work and it's like, some people are really into finance, some people aren't. But like after work, then they all hang out, like drink beers and play board games on like the 29th floor. And that's like great. They're like, and some people don't, but you can do whatever you want. And like, people are cool and you hang out with your friends and like, have fun. And it's like, yeah.
I don't know. I think there's definitely an argument there because they're like literally the coolest people to hang out with. And I'm not just saying that because I have a vested interest in having them like me.
I think, disclaimer,
disclaimer. Gabe's probably working for Bloomberg. I got an internship offer from them. Will doesn't have anything of any of that, so I guess he's the most unbiased.
Yeah.
But we're all Binghamton students as well, and they give us lots of money. So
Right, that's true. I do have a lot of Bloomberg swag.
yeah, and the A7 is entirely funded by Bloomberg. So
I actually didn't have to buy a notebook this year because of Bloomberg.
there you go.
I just used that.
They just use their.
I should probably use that.
It's pretty
Yeah,
useful.
those are from the competition last year.
I mean, I think the reason they do it mostly is because not a lot of people know them. Like, we do because we're Binghamton, but like, other schools, like, they're like, I've heard of the mayor, but like, not the company. And it's like, from the outside, it doesn't seem like interesting. It just seems like everyone's like, oh, look at me, I wear a suit to work every day. And it's like,
It seems very
but then they bring
untechnical.
people that are just like cool people in general. And like they're just normal people, and then you're like, oh, like I could work there because I'm also a normal person who likes to do stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Well, like let's compare Facebook and Microsoft, like with them then. What about Microsoft made them not a normal person and like unrelatable?
One Mr. Hot Tub.
That guy, yeah, hot tub spy on my daughter in a hot tub guy.
As you heard earlier in this episode.
That guy was a loony, but I don't know.
The whole selfie stick deal, where I have to go to Azure and sign up for it just to get a stupid selfie stick. Like, really? You're making me fill out your survey.
Azure.
So
they're trying
you
to
can
collect
give
data.
me an advertising tool.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Versus Bloomberg is like, oh, you want this? Like, you can have it. Like,
Yeah. They even
those
told me where to
pants.
get some free cannolis, and I took them from the Microsoft table while they weren't looking. It was fantastic.
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I don't think that they were actually eating the cannolis. They were just sort of there.
Thank you. Yeah, no.
Or FedEx. FedEx was a very bad example.
Yeah.
Well, because they just sent that one guy, and he like didn't
Yeah.
know.
You had no idea what
I
he
felt
was
bad
doing.
for him because he just like sat there quietly, and like no one.
Yeah, I think he's the guy I asked. I'm like, oh, what part of FedEx are you in? He's like, HR.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember
Recruiting?
that. I was like,
Like, oh.
standing behind you
Okay.
during the swag collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
he
like,
was
then you stand there
way
and you're
out
like,
of place.
do I take a pen? Like,
Yeah.
okay, do you guys have internships? So yeah, here's our paperwork. And it's like, is that it? Like, what can you tell me about? Well, I didn't actually intern there, and I don't work in engineering, so I can't really talk too much about what the actual interns do. But I've heard it's great. It's like, well, yeah.
I'm glad you think you've heard it's great.
Yeah.
So.
So it's a good sign from a person who works for that company.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
a person
paid to
whose
get you
literal
to
job
apply.
is to get you to work for their company. So,
That's the thing is, like, we're put in a situation where, like, these companies are trying to get us to work there, right? Like, we could, like, let's say on average, like, people can work at any company as long as they're decent. And so, like, I, as a person, get to choose where I work ultimately. And so, like, it is up to the company to entice me to want to work there. And most of the booths make you not want to work there. And then, like, some of them are like, okay, I have no opinion about. And then there's always, like, the special few who are like, oh, this place actually sounds kind of interesting. Like, I might actually want to work there. But it's a hard thing to do because it's per person, right?
yeah.
But there's some big no-nos that you can kind of avoid doing, which is like, do not bring only HR, you know, like
Yeah, do bring an engineer, like,
Yeah.
at some point. Make sure the engineer is there for a good amount of time.
someone who can like talk about what people do.
Pay the engineer not to program, but to help other people. Like, seriously.
I think one of the best things is to have a mentor from a specific company
Yeah.
come and help you and fix your app.
Yeah.
That you remember.
I've definitely had mentors. There was one time I asked for a mentor, and they were like a Python mentor, and I asked them. I brought them in, and the specific problem I was trying to implement, they had no idea what was going. Because they were like, I was using a specific Python library that they'd never used before. Because they have absolutely no idea. But they showed me PDB, which is like, I didn't even know, like, you know, GDB is like for debugging C and C++. Like, I didn't know Python has a one too. It's called PDB. You could just stick code randomly. You could just stick code randomly in your code that will like set breakpoints and will just run it, start it from inside of the thing. So like that is useful.
Right, and you remember the company.
Right.
Or at least the person.
I remember the event. I don't remember the company or the person or like
Okay.
anything.
But I would.
But I remember PDB, and that's useful for me in my job.
Right.
But the company, I don't remember. Actually, I don't think he was even affiliated with the company.
I would
might have
use
just been a
that
mentor.
as a wandering man.
Drifted in from outside. Homeless Python programmer.
Yeah.
It's funny though because that I don't remember the company because it was at Hack RPI, which had literally 5 companies. So there's not a huge pool.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who was there. Didn't give out any
TripAdvisor,
t-shirts.
no. TripAdvisor was there. Microsoft was there. That company that gives out hats based on how many hackathons you've been to. Huh?
Tata Consulting.
Oh, okay. Epic was there.
Oh.
I remember that. I think I'm starting to reach the limit of how many people like I remember being there.
They also had those elastic rockets.
Yes, I remember that.
Shoot off. Those are pretty fun.
Yeah. And that was Bose was there or something.
Right.
And then there was another company that was off in the corner, and where again, there are people who I think might have been programmers and not HR people, just sort of sat at their booth and just were like, whenever you came up to them, they were like nervous, and they were like, "Hi," and they'd be really awkward. They'd be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Like they have like a table full of swag.
Yeah.
And like I'm
And they're like,
interested.
They're just sitting there.
In their company, they're just sitting there like on their laptop.
So what do you guys do?
So what do you do?
You know, we work at this company.
Yeah. Not that helps that I don't also like. It's not like I make a conversation more awkward on its own, like enough.
Yeah, but then you get 2 of you in the room,
But
and it's
yeah.
like, okay.
That counts.
You just gotta know when to walk away and just give up.
I do that with a lot of tables now, where I'll go up there and I'll like say something. Sometimes I'll be on par, but sometimes I'll just trip up immediately.
And you're just like, you know what?
But
I
if
don't need
they
a-
start
I
tripping
don't need
up,
a pen.
yeah.
I'm done.
If they start tripping out, they also start tripping up, and like it just becomes a mess, and I'm like, hey, I'm interested in this pen, thanks, and then I'll walk away.
Yeah.
And now I have 20,000 pens, all from companies that I'll know.
And I can never find one to use.
Yeah,
I always use the same pen. Just keep it in my bag.
yeah. I have like I don't even put. Like, I guess once I run out of my stock pens that I bought at the beginning of freshman year, I'll start using a hackathon pens. But that's not going to happen for a while. So,
Still have some Uniball pens,
Yeah.
really nice ones. Bought a small pack of those. They haven't gone away.
pens are nice. Have a pen company sponsored a hackathon? Like Bic? Or,
Staples sponsored Brick Hack.
yeah.
I got a flash drive from them.
It was
Yep.
a good. That was a good swag. A
They
cute flash
did
drive.
have some decent stuff. They just had like stuff that they knew
Well,
what
I mean,
to bring
Brick
to a
Hack
hackathon.
was the best hackathon I've ever been to.
That might have been through a lot of coincidental planning, though. Because, like, coincidentally, they had a ton of food that no one showed up.
Yeah, the fact that I brought home a 25
I mean,
pound thing of candy.
Even
Has some
without that,
pretty
though,
amazing.
like it
Yeah,
was still
no,
a
the
good.
venue was great. The
It just kept
size was
snowballing
great.
and getting better.
Yeah,
The closing ceremony was laughable, though.
that was hilarious. It looked like they
Carl
were trying to
sitting
do a
up there.
Press conference? Yeah. And it just wasn't. I'm glad that we had that extra room to do, like, MSTK3 on them. Like, we just made fun of them the entire time.
Right. And then we eventually
And then they
said,
were
"Oh,
like,
wait,
and then
we
you guys
won."
got a prize, and then you just had to bolt. They were like, I remember you guys ran out, and they were like,
Yo, and we get there, and they're like, "Who are you guys?"
They here?
Like, that's
no?
us,
Okay.
friend wagon. That's us.
Friend
Yeah,
wagon.
best use of AWS.
They're like, oh, I get. They just gave it to
3
us.
hard drives. Alan has like 3 of those sitting around. Every time he gets one of those, he complains about it.
This isn't an SSD.
I'm like, I'll take an SSD. Like, I'll take a hard drive, even if it's not SSD. He's like, no, it's mine.
It's good for offline backups. One time I screwed up with my power supply and killed all the drives connected to my computer.
Oh,
So having that
I would
hard
like
drive helps.
one. I don't have any, so like, I'd like one that just backs up
You
all
gotta
my
make
stuff.
some good hacks, I guess.
Like, I would be very easy since I'm about to replace my computer soon. I have a feeling this hard drive is going to give out at any moment. So like,
A fun weekend project would be to make a Raspberry Pi connected to one of those and just have backups over SSH. Be good.
yeah, just SSH your entire hard drive over
There you go. NAS mounts.
over Raspberry Pi.
Slowly.
Or
Very slowly.
NFS.
NFS. SFTP.
There you go.
You know, to like outsiders, us just saying random acronyms must be really weird.
But then we all understand like exactly what
We know exactly what
Yeah,
we're
but that's
saying.
like to someone who doesn't speak English. We must sound really weird, but like we all understand English, so it works out.
Well, public static void main. No JS me.
I feel like most of our conversations tend to be less techy than they probably could be, but
Oh, it could go much worse.
that's just because of the way like no one talks like that. Because it'd be ridiculous. No one just like reads code out loud.
Right. Well, you don't speak Java.
Yeah. Luckily.
It's very hard to speak code actually. Because like, oh, curly brace. How do I say that? It's no good.
I guess you'd want Python.
Yeah. Well, that's the closest you could get because all you have to do is like. But then when I teach like 110, and I like dictate code to people because I want them to type it out so they get practice with it. But then they like have no idea where to put any parentheses or equal signs and enter keys.
Do I have to indent?
Yeah, they'll
Please.
they'll suddenly forget the space bar exists. It's just like I'll be like, yeah, no, just like go back and.
Yeah, but if you don't know where it goes, like
I mean, fair enough. Like I'm not saying that like
if you were reading a book to someone and they didn't know like where the spaces went, it would just be randomly placed like throughout the place.
Oh, I agree, concur. Yes, concur.
But you could pick up on context when you're doing programming.
Yeah, like
If
we
you-
don't have to specify.
If you return, you're probably going to be done with the function.
You are done with the function if you return.
Yeah.
That's like by definition you're
Unless you
done.
have a go-to.
There's no
Jesus.
go-tos in Python, so
Well,
you're safe for
Gabe
now.
is just. Gabe
Once
just loves
Guido
that
adds
stuff.
them.
You know what? To the people we sent to ICBC this weekend, we sent primarily because they use a go-to in their solution in Java.
Man. That's terrible.
Yeah,
Go-tos are
well.
useful.
We were really impressed that they did that. I was horrified, but like
I mean, everything gets turned into a go-to
at least
anyway.
if they're doing that, then they kind of know what they're doing. Like they can code. Like they're not just randomly throwing go-tos.
But
They're
the thing
controlling
is
it.
that if you do the go-to yourself, then you're excluding yourself from compiler optimization.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's certain situations where you.
But it's JVM. Do you really need compiler? No, it's just it was just good enough to show that like this person has a decent enough understanding of coding to like safely use a
How do you
go-to and have
pick?
it work. I'm still not saying they should have it. Like if I was grading their code and they ever used a go-to, they would get like -20. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's there. Like when it comes to ICBC problems, like you be as hacky as you want. Like
If it works, it works.
well, it needs to work for just the cases that you're given it.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. You're not given all the cases, but you have to make it work for.
Yeah, it's basically like.
But you could write like stupid, dumb code that like doesn't actually solve the problem, but only solves like a small number of cases of it, and just because they didn't test all of the cases, it'll work. That's usually what most of the answers are like.
Speaking of cases, the hacker rank problems for ACM competitions need to get a little better.
Oh, sorry,
Last
that's
competition they were a little interesting.
that's our fault because we
Because we're
don't we
blaming
can't use hacker rank problems because the solutions all exist. We don't want everyone just like googling them.
Yeah, it'll
So
become
we-
like brick hack.
Yeah.
The thing is that like even if you did that, most people wouldn't finish a problem.
Well, yeah. Well, like every time we meet and talk about like how we're gonna make a problem, who's gonna make problems and what level of difficulties everyone's gonna be, and usually I get stuck making the harder problems because I'm the one that understands harder problems.
Nobody ever does.
Right. And like the newer guys end up, doing the simpler problems, the easier problems, and every single time they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, but this is too easy. I'm gonna add a little bit more complexity to it so it's not too easy." And I'm like, "No, don't. Like, you're just like there will be lots of people that cannot get that question. That like even the the level." Like, you have Hello World and then print, like, 1 + 2. Like, they can get Hello World, they can get 1 + 2, but putting them together is not something they're trained to do yet, a lot of these guys. Because that's just the way that, like, intro programming is taught. It's just, like, here's how you do these recipes.
Right.
But to actually think about them, like, as a fluent program,
Which is why
can't do
FizzBuzz
it.
becomes such a big problem.
yeah.
It's a very simple description, but then actually thinking about it, you sort of have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to have a fluent thought about how a program works. And if you don't have that, then like you will never be able to make FizzBuzz work. Even though it's such a simple problem, which is why it's the classic like go to. Do you actually know what you're talking about? Like, can you actually code anything? So like that's the majority of like a certain member of the e-board has been known for very convoluted problems, and that's the majority of his convolutions come from just thinking that his problems can be too easy and trying to make it harder
but
by
the
making
problem
it more
is
complicated.
when you know the answer, of course it's easy to write it because you know.
It's not
the
even
answer.
easy for him to write it though. It's just that it takes him ages. And like I tell him, you can't like submit a problem that takes you ages. They have 20 minutes, like, to actually write up a solution, like expected like 20 minutes. And if you're taking like 3 days to come up with your like solution, like, no, like, you've got to make it simpler.
Yeah, write the solution too before you finalize the problem.
We write the solutions, I'll tell you. It's the fact that, like, a person, it usually ends up being like, if we could have our way, like, we would all write the solutions to each other's problems. But we never have that kind of time because we have to prepare for the competition in other ways. And like, usually it'll be like, oh yeah, we'll do it this weekend. And then, like, it's 3 weeks away, so nobody thinks about it. And then, like, there's always something going on. So, like, oh no, don't worry, I'll get it. I'll get it next. I'll get it by our next meeting. And then nobody gets it done by the next meeting, and then it just, like, gets delayed until the very end. Like, guys, seriously, like, we need to have this. But nobody's enforcing a cutoff time. I can't punish them, because if I did, like, what am I gonna do? Kick them off the? I can't do it. Like, I can barely
That's
run
the
the
problem
club
with Projects Division,
with 4
is, like,
people.
We're not doing anything.
Yeah, what happened? Simeon, he said, we're going to do all this cool stuff.
Yeah, and I remind him every week,
I was
what's
excited.
going on? You need to do some stuff. Like, just tell people to, like, work on something. And he just won't. And it's like, okay, so we're gonna have to do this. And it's like, I don't have time to run the club. That's why he's the president. But I might have to, because it's literally almost the end of the semester, and we haven't done anything.
It's true, midterms.
But I told him, like, if you want to run a project, please. Anyone.
I think anything would be cool. It won't be that hard. Most of us have prior experience, and we can sort of get it done with actually doing something. Would be nice.
Yeah.
Not just, like, throwing me with Leon and just saying, like, make a change to the website, and that's it.
Well, the problem is, like, most people, that's, like, the furthest that they could probably do.
Right. Figure out how to install Ruby on their
Although I'm going to say, like, right this second, we're over an hour of just this sitting. So, like, plus all the other footage.
Wow, we actually are, yeah. Okay, so we have a lot of material.
I guess it flowed well.
We had a nice conversation. We'll have, like, deluxe 2-hour
Yeah, the special
podcast.
edition. I just want to, like, pause it here so that, like we can continue talking, I'm sure. But, like,
All right, well, I guess that's it.
because I have to edit all this.
I guess we could cut out the last bits where we just talk about ACM.
Yeah.
But, like, that was interesting. This has been... All right, so how do we leave this off? I'm kind of too delusional to, like, do it. But, like, this was interesting. This is our first live hackathon broadcast. We're going to be doing it again next week
Hopefully,
at Hack RPI.
well, we'll
That's
see.
next week?
I'll be at Hack Harvard, so
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fancy.
It's going to be separate.
I
But
don't
I'll
really,
be at Hack
I
RPI.
didn't apply to RPI.
They're accepting
Too late.
everybody.
I know.
Okay.
You
I
could
keep on
just
saying
show up.
live broadcast. This is not live, just to confirm. Like,
Well, we're
confirm with
live.
everyone. We are live.
But, like, what if I listen to this, like, 2 weeks from now? Then it's like, what about 20 years from now? You stumble upon this on
yeah.
Live in New York.
Kevin
Kevin.
listening to it right now. You better pause it right now. You gotta get back to work.
Mister.
But, yeah,
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Whatever we do next weekend, we may do, like, dual cast. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think
you
of that.
live report from Harvard, and I'll do the RPI. I don't have a mic. Well, I do, but it's kind of trash. But, like,
you
whatever.
can borrow mics.
Do you do phone interviews with that mic?
I do, yes.
Really?
Yes, I do. So, actually, I've never, like, I didn't tell them when I was doing it. We can talk about this a little bit because it's kind of an interesting topic. This entire semester, most of my phone interviews I recorded, like, both screen and voice, and I use this mic. And, like, I haven't watched them back, but I do have them. Because I was thinking, like, one, it'd be kind of interesting for the younger people on the floor, like the freshmen and whatnot, to see kind of what goes on in an interview. But, like, and I can show them at least the earlier ones to see what a good interview looks like. Because there's points where, like, I don't know what to do, but, like, it's an interview, so that's gonna happen. And, like, because you never know. It's like taking the SAT. you don't know until you take it because no one can describe how it is correctly. But at least this, you'll get an idea of like, okay, this is what it sounds like to do. This is what it looks like. But I didn't get to do that many interviews this semester, so.
Did they comment on the nice quality sound?
No, they never said. No one said anything
It's
about
too bad.
anything.
They only do it when the quality's bad.
Oh, do they?
They just start bitching. Well, I'd imagine so.
I've never
It's
had
not like
that
I
happen to
actually
me.
interview places.
Oh, okay. Usually we have the guest do something musical, but because of that rap, I guess I'll play some more footage from the rap show.
I'm also not very musically inclined.
Lucky you,
Why?
because we have music to play. Otherwise, you'd have to do something.
Yeah, I'd like to be musically inclined. Every once in a while I have a tune in my head.
Oh, don't
Just
worry, we
wanna
have music.
Figure it out.
We have music. Don't worry.
But yeah, well, I guess we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
This was episode. Oh, we have to think of the title.
Unfortunately, like, there's no core member, like, guest, so it's just William. That
Yeah.
would, like, qualify as our guest, I guess.
You get to choose the title for this week's episode.
And who gets to be on next week.
Yes.
Actually, you don't get to choose because it's just whoever's at YHack that agrees to do this with us.
Yeah. But what's the title? YHack? It's gonna be interesting.
YHack 2015.
It usually follows the format of the blank. The blank, like, just like.
Oh, it's Seinfeld.
Is that a Seinfeld
That
thing?
is a Seinfeld.
Okay.
So Seinfeld.
Every Seinfeld episode is the something.
Okay. So then what is it?
The rap hack.
The rap hack.
I don't know.
The Ballman hack. I'd like to say the Balmer, but like he wasn't actually here. It was just like his drunk equivalent. Oh man.
I wonder if he was at the Balmer Peak.
Oh, I'm sure he was. He was probably a little past the Balmer Peak.
No, but it depends on the year because like he did leave for a while to work at Google.
What?
Talking
Do you know what the Balmer Peak is?
You mean like him, like his own like person?
No, the Balmer Peak.
No, but I mean how do I say
like
this?
alcoholics?
Like the alcoholic,
Yes,
like.
but I mean like, do you mean he was there at the company when that was going on, or like
When what was going on?
when Steve was running the company?
Like Steve Ballmer? I'm talking.
Yeah.
No, do you know what the Balmer Peak is?
Okay, that's not what I mean.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
was
do you think he
confused.
was at Google while he was running, or at Microsoft when Ballmer was running
Yeah,
the company?
that's what I was saying.
I don't know when Ballmer ran the company, so I have no idea.
I'm sure like he drank and then went up there. I'm almost positive he did.
Steve Ballmer?
Well, both of them.
Well, yeah.
Developers.
Developers.
I don't think
No,
most
Internet
people
of
would say
Things.
that's sober.
Internet of Things.
I mean, Steve Ballmer versus Steve Jobs' presentation style is quite different.
A lot more energy.
Yeah, more energy, I guess. A lot more perspiration as well. Oh well. Anyway, I guess we're concluding this sometime.
Trail off into nothing.
Come up with a title. Lee.
It's kind of a weekend to a weekend.
No.
No.
Ooh, that's a good title though.
There we go.
The weekend to the weekend. Thank you guys for listening to episode 6 of the CoreCast. I will probably edit this, and it will probably not be up by next week. So we'll see you the week after. But I don't know, subscribe or something.
Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Just
Share.
putting it on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Share.
Rewatch.
What else would we do? Rewatch our YouTube Red. Gaming.youtube.com. YHack. Yak about
Oh
it.
man, I love myself. Oh man,
Follow
we
us
didn't
on
even talk
Twitter.
about Yik
Follow us on
Yak.
Twitter,
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah. Hashtag CoreCast.
What other companies are here?
I don't know. Oh, what's the one
iTunes.
that's like iTunes?
Spotify.
Spotify's here.
No, they're not here.
No one's here. Okay.
And Yale this weekend.
Oh yeah, Yale.
Yeah. Props to Yale for being exactly like Binghamton, apparently, in like the student behavior, according to like the YHack experience, which I'm sure is not complete, but whatever.
No, it's the most.
Most complete.
There's
We
going
need to
to
end
be
this.
slots. I promise you.
On
There's
what?
not spots for the RPI bus. It's a cold, cold day in hell.
All right.
Or warm day in Binghamton.
It's been pretty warm recently, actually.
It has been. Yeah.
I'll just stop it. We can continue talking.
Bye.